Hello.
Hello.
I'm here on time.
Oh,
It's a miracle.
You are 2 minutes early. That's what was your little meme, Nick? Like everyone's got that party member that shows up
no, I'm fine.
or something like that.
If
Oh,
only,
all right.
if only I was a wizard, then I could never be late.
I mean, you're a druid with spellcasting abilities, so
Yeah, I'm like
that's kind of wizard-like.
I'm our primary caster, I guess.
You would be the primary caster, yes. You know what's weird?
Except right now, because I have no spells left.
You know what's funny is that I feel like wizard this edition. Now, I mean, I've delved a little bit to like look at the class and do this stuff. I feel like wizard's not as wizardy. Like they are, but they're not. This, in 5e.
Yeah,
I feel like a lot of people can do spell casting just as well.
I used to think that, and then I did a mock battle against Trevor.
Oh, and the wizard
against
owned or something.
Well, I fought Trevor at level 15 against the big bad and his 3 minions who are levels 18, 12, 12, and 12. And he
just owned them all.
And he only barely lost.
Oh, still.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah. So, no, Wizards still pretty good. It's hard to see because they have such a wide variety of things they can do.
Well, that's true, yeah. I feel like, Wizards are a lot in this one, too, where you have a lot of different options. It's like the whole like, good at a lot of things, master of none.
Yeah.
I mean, not master of none, but,
Yeah.
It just seems like they don't excel as much, but... Like
yeah,
I said,
they're
could be
less
also, it could
less
be
focused.
earlier levels.
Well, I think with the exception of some of the much later wizard subclasses and blade singer, obviously, like none of the basic ones like school of conjuration, school of transmutation, whatever. None of those particularly jump out at me as all that impressive.
I think the only class that, like, again, this is me when I was, like, going through every class to try to see, like, oh, what classes do I potentially want to, do with Zack and blah, blah, blah. There was, some guy was like, I took 2 levels in Wizard and picked the school of, I forget what it was, but it was the one where you see the future. So each long rest, you get to roll 2 d20s, and then at any point during the day, you can replace a roll. He's like, I just rest all day until I get 2 20s, and then until I at least get a 20, and then that way I know I can crit, and then I crit, and then smite, and...
I didn't think about that. Yeah, that's pretty good.
I'm like, that's why a DM would let you just sit there and go, rest, 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 rest.
So, on the topic of rests, let's get into how we're going to survive dying today. I was looking up, because of course I was, some suggested alternative uses for inspiration. And one that jumped out at me as something that might save our lives, possibly, if I'm very lucky, is
it like a quick rest or something?
Some people some DMs will let you expend inspiration to recover one option that you would recover on a short rest. If I could do that, then theoretically I could recover a use of wild shape, which would theoretically allow me to summon my wildfire spirit a second time if it dies, which would allow us to actually confront the bad guys today, and then still have a means of teleporting away if we need to.
We need to confront them.
Because, like...
Is there a need to confront them?
That is up to you guys. If you want to confront them, you're more than welcome to confront them. But you may or may not change your mind depending on the few first minutes of the campaign today. So
I was also thinking, like, you mentioned offhandedly that they may not have noticed us yet or whatever.
Yes.
That they might have thought that the elemental just broke the door down itself or whatever. But I mean, Dowroc's the one that's kind of in view of them, and like, I'm very worried if he tries to hide, he's just gonna clank their attention right onto us.
Well,
which
either
is
I run or hide. It's not going to make a difference. I'm going to click anyway.
sure, but if we run, at least we're like, you know, escaping. If we try to hide and like listen in on them or something, then that we can, like, it matters that we stay there is my point. If we hide, it doesn't if we run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that is your guys' choice of how you want to handle this current situation, because as you know that there is a room of treasure now, you know, could be cursed obviously, or says it's cursed, the court wizard.
I'm hoping the curse
know
is
what's in
just
it.
I'm hoping the curse was just like the undead, you know. But you know, who knows?
I guess we'll find out today.
I guess we will.
Jeremy randomly tempting us at the treasure room. It's like, oh yeah, remember there's a treasure room.
Oh man, Nick.
I say that more for the mask than anything.
Nick, I spent like 2 hours today trying to find a way to awaken Igo and make him be able to talk, and I couldn't find any.
Oh yeah, it's not going to be this early that Igo's going to yell to be able to communicate. He'd probably just say one-word things if he could.
Yeah, I tried though. I tried for you because
he's not very smart.
Communication is straight up, I think, the most important thing in this game. I'm discovering, like, communication with your party. Oh, hold on! I have to get. I need to go take some water off. I'm making yakisoba.
Ah, okay. It just may or may not benefit you guys to stay or run. You know, we'll see what happens. Maybe you all die and then you roll new characters.
Okay.
No, wouldn't do that.
I mean, Dowroc is pretty freaked out about the bloodied water elemental getting blasted in one shot, so...
Oh my god.
Just want me to get out of there. Sorry, I'm getting out of here.
Okay. Oh wow, that looks great. That's just fantastic over there. I'm loving that.
Or what, are you in the maps?
Yeah, I'm on the maps.
I'm not even on there yet.
Well, hurry up, so you can feel the same dread that I'm feeling.
It's just the captain and the black flame monster.
Yes, it's just the captain. It's just the captain and the guy that your DMPC has sworn vengeance against.
Yeah, but Zack's not there to
sure
go mindlessly rage against him.
Sure, but can we beat him without Zack here to further his story arc? I would argue no.
That you spelled big bad evil guy wrong, Jeremy.
He's not a big bad evil guy.
No, that's what I called Blackwood, because I'm still pretending like you guys haven't figured out who that is yet.
You mean like the black flame monster? It's for story element.
Yeah.
Outside, maybe listeners way down the line. You know.
Yeah. After we become the next Critical Role.
Yeah, there you go.
Mm.
Kind of hard for 3 people though.
Mm.
I like how the names of Corwood and Igo got mashed together.
And out of Dowroc, Corwood, Igo.
Corugo.
Corwogo. Alrighty, are you guys ready to go?
I guess.
Oh, let's see.
I spent hours trying to come up with a way to get out of this without, like, for sure dying.
What was the what did we surmise about the tunnel we didn't go down at the water? Was that the one that I was just curious about it.
You talking about the middle one?
Yeah, the middle one.
That it
Did we surmise?
circled around
The
and
middle
connected
one-
with the other one, right?
Yeah, the middle one connected to the right one. So it just emptied out into a big cavern where originally the water elemental was going to get fought there. If you went down the right and went into that big cavern, that's where certain chains of events were going to happen. And then different things occurred. And so the water elemental ended up just coming into the last room with you guys.
Okay.
So yeah, there was nothing of significance was lost, so do not worry.
Okay.
Or if it was, I rearranged things and stuff, so it wasn't just a blatantly missed something.
And we didn't know what the mage said to the captain, and the captain knows Johan's face, so there's no way for us to talk out of it if he wanted to talk to them.
Wait, the mage? What do you mean? Who?
Well, the mage that we killed, that the camp, and that.
Oh, yeah. At the very beginning, you
We
mean?
don't know what he said, but we don't know what he said to the captain because he smirked and like.
Yeah,
said
he
acted like
he sent a
message.
telepathic message off. Remember?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
and then the captain knows Johan's face,
What notes do
He
I
does.
have?
so
That's
There's
true.
no
He only
way-
saw Johan. He didn't see Dowroc. So
he would assume that if Dowroc with Johan, if he sees Johan, he's going to see that. He would assume that they were their ones that killed him.
maybe. We shall see. Who knows what the wizard sent message was.
Oh,
No.
There's no way to talk to them. I don't think there's a way to talk to them.
No.
Which one, Johan and...
I mean, not amicably. Maybe we could possibly force them to talk to us, but I don't see how that's going to be possible.
It's not going to be possible. All right.
All right. So here we go. So if
Yeah,
for
what
the
do we want?
additional rules about the inspiration, when does that take place? You just spend it, and then you can just choose to regain it at that moment?
I mean, yeah, if you're cool with me doing that.
Well, I just was like, those are the rules, though. Like, you can just technically, like, the optional is you use your inspiration as a whatever action, just like you would inspiration, and you just regain something on a short rest, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm okay with that.
Okay.
So
We have a
for
chance
our
then.
march, I'm suggesting that if we're running, I suggest that we go.
See, I'm trying to decide what Johan would do.
Like that, like we go like that. Like I go in the back so I can deflect Crispy. If they target Crispy, I can deflect attack.
Yeah, I mean,
And also the good thing to keep in mind is Igo and Crispy, as you know, they're party members. You can also revive both of them if you get out. So, if worst case scenario, those two quote die, right? Because Igo you can build technically a second one, right? I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I'm just saying, like, you know,
yeah, I really
strategizing wise.
would prefer that didn't happen if possible with Igo though, because he's like a physical thing. Crispy's more like a spirit.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm trying to decide what Johan would do. He just did something really goddamn stupid reckless by jumping in here before we were really ready. But like, also, he, like, character-wise, he's hearing about some guy with fire powers who's going around accumulating power and artifacts, and that sounds like Blackwood to him. And he's worried that it's the same person, and that's why he's been so anxious to confront him. So I don't know that he would run. I don't know that he would be able to run. I think he'd really, really want to, but I don't know that he would be able to.
Bum, bum, bum.
So I think the really stupid thing he's going to do is he's going to really quick before I go drain my noodles. He's gonna tell Crispy to go stand at the end of the hallway by the magic door, or float at the end of the hallway by the magic door, so that if we do have to run, he'll be there for us to use teleport when we get there. And then Johan's gonna try to use a bead of force to imprison these guys.
Oh. A bead of force.
Yeah, you shouldn't have given me those.
I mean, you already used 2. You only got 4 left, so...
5, I got 7. But yeah.
Oh.
I know, but like, you still shouldn't have given me those.
5 left, yeah.
Yeah. So if we're allowed to be doing stuff, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Crispy won't start to move until I get where I'm going, but I'm hoping I can get some amount of surprise on these guys. How close would I need to be to make this work, actually? Pretty goddamn close. Being stupid. I'm being stupid. I'm gonna try to sneak over there without them seeing me.
Okay. Make a stealth check.
Go on. Wait, where are you going?
19.
Oh, yeah. You just killed just blasted the elemental one shot and get out of here.
How'd I do?
Oh, you were successful.
Okay. I'm gonna...
As you sneak up, though, however.
Good.
So you are sneaking up and you start, the captain turns around to look at the BFM, and he is sitting there talking to him.
Okay.
The Black Flame Monster. Him and the captain are engaged in a conversation. You see, the Black Flame Monster does not look terribly happy. You're not close enough to really determine what they're saying. He holds his hand out. The captain hands the Flame Monster the blue dragon mask.
Cool.
And he lifts up, the Black Flame Monster lifts it up, and it seems to glow for a moment before it shoots energy into his black dragon mask. The blue dragon mask vanishes in his hand, and his black one now seems to also have a hint of blue in it as well.
Fantastic. What details of the Black Flame Monster am I able to see in the weird crystal light of this cave? Like
what are you trying to look like? What do you mean? What are you trying to determine?
Can I tell what race he is?
Like
for sure.
You can tell that he's humanoid. That you can't tell necessarily the race. The mask kind of hides his face, and his body just looks very human-like. So nothing immediately tells you anything about its race.
Okay.
So as he does this, the Black Flame Monster turns around and walks back into the treasure chamber while the captain is still standing there.
All right. Cool. If this is anything like the other place, there's a teleport in there and he just left. But I can't assume that. So I'm still going to go through with my plan, because my plan will also make a big sphere of force that'll theoretically block that door again. So
that's easily moved. It's easily moved.
I'm gonna be jammed between the door and the wall. Hopefully, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm going to aim for Where's my friend Beans to be my pointer? Where are you at? Beans. There you are. He's gonna be my pointer today. I'm gonna aim for this intersection right here.
Hold on. All right, which? Oh, okay.
And 13.
You can hit that spot.
Okay. DC 15 dexterity saving throw to see if he gets caught in the blast.
Okay.
What are you laughing at, Dowroc?
The roll.
Huh?
The roll.
Which one? The 19? All right. So as the, well, let me read something.
Here, I'll be right back.
Okay.
You can tell me that I failed when I get back.
Oh, hold on. Hold on for me too.
Okay.
Jenny, you're a good puppy. Okay.
Okay. You said DC 15, right?
Yes.
Okay, so as the beat of force is flying, well, I'll wait till Nick gets back. I guess he stepped away for a sec.
Okay. Oh, does it matter that he doesn't see me?
It did matter, but
It didn't.
kinda.
But it didn't.
It did, but didn't. So we'll see when Nick gets back.
Yay. Will I at least succeed in jamming a orb in that spot?
What'd you say? Will you be?
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say it probably won't work out for you.
Okay.
But we'll see. Would you say that with the short rest rules, with inspiration, what would you say then if you picked up a magic item? Could you attune to it with the inspiration?
I don't know. That would be up to you.
Because that would be a short rest like thing that you could do.
Yeah, I have a.
Right? It's a short rest, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what the suggestion was. It was, yeah, and any one ability
Like action
like
or anything.
yeah,
you could do.
like, I think they were mostly looking for like recharges, or you could roll a hit die or something.
Yeah.
I actually have a couple ruling questions for you.
Yeah.
For like way in the future, but you know.
Oh yeah, still.
So I'm thinking, I'm looking at the Staff of the Woodlands, which is what I want my eventual final like magic focus to be, right?
Yep.
And it's unique in that every single spell within it is cast under the caveat that the Staff of the Woodlands casts it in one action. So,
Are you talking about like each spell takes an action to use, and the staff is the one that does it?
yeah.
Right. Okay.
So,
Okay.
so theoretically, under this caveat, a spell that takes longer than an action would still take an action. Like that's the actual ruling.
Yeah. So I mean, like if it said like it takes an hour to cast, you could cast it.
Which actually makes it has the awaken spell built into it, which actually makes the awaken spell viable. Because you could just like point at a tree and
just pop it up
and awaken it, and that's pretty goddamn awesome.
Okay.
The issue with Awaken, though, for plants, is that the spell itself only lists suggestions for which stat blocks to use.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Like for a regular, like an average size tree, they just tell you to use an awakened tree, obviously. That makes sense.
Okay.
But Awaken can awaken something up to huge size, which would be more in line, at least physically speaking, maybe not its mental abilities and its spellcasting, but like physically, with a treant. Now, some DMs just literally scale the tree down to an awakened tree regardless, but others take the like HP and AC of the treant and then just give it the flat 10 intelligence of the awakening spell and remove its ability to awaken other trees. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I'm okay with it as long as, as long as it's not, hey, we're gonna go fight the main boss, and it's like, all right, 15 trees, boom.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, like if it's like an army story, that's fine. I'm okay with it. So, Nick, are you back?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Let's just
All
listen.
We were just going over ruling stuff for later.
Johan won't tell Dowroc or Zack, and it'll just be, what? Does this forest seem to be falling?
It's an army of trees.
It's
Okay.
weird.
So,
We aren't this forest, but we can't. But when I look back, it's just there again.
all right. So back to the story.
Okay, so I
Johan's.
I failed miserably to capture the captain.
Failed
Not
miserably.
miserable.
As the bead approaches the captain turns his head slightly, spins around, and he's got a flail in his hand, and he smashes the bead of force, destroying it.
I mean,
he notices Johan.
I mean, technically, you may not want to have him do that because technically, when the bead breaks, that's when it activates.
Okay.
He hits it away gently.
Okay, cool.
He does not get captured by the bead.
With a flail. He hits it away gently with a flail.
Yeah. Well, what happens if you like throw it at a wall or something? I mean, it kind of can't fail then, right?
I guess.
Because,
I mean,
I guess not.
It's gonna.
It's a deck save.
It's gonna go off.
So-
It's gonna go off somewhere regardless. It's whether or not it actually,
Gotcha,
whether or
okay.
not he actually gets caught in it. So like, it would just like blow.
Okay, so
It would just.
He just
It would
pushed-
just
pushed
blow
him
up
forward.
like over here or something instead. Then you know.
okay, all right. So yeah, so then you chuck it at him. He turns, smacks the bead, and he hits it hard enough that it flies against the wall that's east of him, and on the way it explodes and does not catch him in the explosion.
Yeah.
So there's randomly a spear over there with nothing in it.
All right. At which point.
Re-rolling initiative.
Yeah.
Using.
Well, since it's after I did my thing, Crispy would move here.
He did ready that, so
Yeah.
that's fine.
And
I guess it's on.
Ooh.
that's
I guess it's on now.
that's technically all of my actions. Has he seen Dowroc yet, as far as I can tell?
He is not really looking over at Dowroc. He is fixated on you.
Okay, that's good to know.
So,
As...
huh?
I'm just continue.
Okay. So as this occurs, the Black Flame monster walks up behind the captain again.
Oh fuck.
Black Flame monster looks at him, and you can kind of make out what they're saying at this point, just because you are close. I mean, you're the same distance, but they're both facing you, and they're not really. Black Flame monster's not really being quiet at this point.
Yeah, he's not whispering at this
Well,
point.
he doesn't come off as somebody who's subtle anyway.
So he walks up behind the captain
Where's that image of him?
and says,
Yeah,
yeah, he's up. He's in there.
yeah.
Or he should be.
Like
So he walks up looks, or is standing behind the captain, glances over at him, turns his head, and he says, "Make sure they don't escape." And then as he says this, he vanishes.
Cool.
All right. I don't know if he's gone invisible or not. But...
any visual indications of what he just did? Did he like Misty Step? Did he? Was there a portal or anything?
Move, smoke came off of his body.
Okay.
And ended up engulfing himself, and then as the smoke blew away, he was gone.
I was hoping we'd find out he was just like here illusory or something, but he was here physically. That's good. That's great. Okay.
So the captain takes a fighting stance. And Dowroc, what do you wanting to do anything in this moment? Like, is there anything that you want to do or not, or?
I mean, frankly, if it were me, and I don't mean to influence you, do what you want. If it were me, I'd fucking hide.
I can't really hide. I mean, I can attempt to. As soon as I make any kind of movement or noise, it's gonna.
Quick question outside of DM, for world building purposes. So, where is Bahamut and Tiamat right now in the campaign? Like, are they alive? Are they just hiding? What do you already have them kind of somewhere?
The King of Dragon Valley right now is an avatar of Bahamut. He has been ruling there since. I mentioned in the background history stuff that there was a conflict that went on between the dragons back during. Did I put it in the Second Age? Maybe, I don't remember. Where the two sides battled under two leaders who each claimed to be the avatar of a god. That was them, and he won, but she would still be alive somewhere. And would be trying to find a new avatar, or would have one and be trying to rise up, or something.
Okay.
Continue. Other possibly worthwhile Bahamut lore. The capital that the avatar of Bahamut is situated on right now is an old dwarven stronghold that was given to him. It's called Dragonhoard, where he. Has his people go out and gather powerful magic items that might be dangerous in the wrong hands, and he just literally sits on them.
Oh, okay. I like it.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So, as this is happening, so Dowroc, you can think about your actions and.
I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and roll initiative because I'm already in it. So, oh, good, great.
8. Okay. Let me.
We are way too low level for resurrection magic too.
Technically, that's this.
I was hoping he'd also get an 8.
He got lower than that. That's just because I had to build some random level 1 character for the picture.
Okay.
So don't. That was strictly just for initiative.
So Dowroc is he's gonna move forward, and then he's gonna get his he's gonna switch. He's gonna spin his all-purpose tool to a tuning fork, and he's gonna say, "What's the matter, El Capitan? Did your leader leave you?" And he's going to flick it, and he's going to cast vicious mockery. It's a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Against what? Like, how much does he need?
Wisdom save of 16.
He gets hit.
Okay, so 1d4. 1d4 damage already. It's a 1.
Ooh,
Wow, that
he looked annoyed. Dowroc,
it barely stung. But then he realized that they're all villains and they don't really give a shit about each other anyway. So,
but he has a disadvantage on the next attack roll he makes before the end of his next turn.
yeah, Vicious Mockery is good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that a cantrip too?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a cantrip.
It's
It's one I can't take, but my all-purpose
you
tool.
can only use it. Can you only use it once though, or is the cantrip permanent?
It's for 8 hours.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
It's
And then it's a 60 feet range.
That's one of those ones that like some people will tell you you should always take that one if you can.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
that's the order.
it's like the opposite of True Strike.
Here he comes.
Hold your horses. Hold on.
One of those. I just raised his anger a little bit. 1 point of damage. That one point of damage is gonna matter. Why is there?
It's like Karibo slap on Raw.
I'm gonna pretend like I didn't just see that.
All right. What, the 19?
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. What 19? What's a 19?
What 22?
All right. So as you say, all of a sudden, as you're rolling initiative and preparing for combat, a voice comes from behind you.
The voice?
A voice yelling, Dowroc, Johan, and you turn for a moment, and Zack is at the entrance of this tunnel.
Wait, what?
With Todd technically next to him.
Yay!
Would Todd have jumped on the water?
How many days have we been under the water?
Todd is a fucking idiot. Of course he would have done that.
Okay. So which Todd is it? Oh, okay, you got him.
It doesn't really matter. They're the same thing.
Oh, I get this.
Yeah, he's just
There's more than one
Todd. He can't do anything, but he's here.
brother.
He is here. What do you say?
He's like
How the hell long have we been here?
shaking the water out of his fur, you know.
Well, you got to remember that the party was heavily distracted on their journey here onto Valleywatch because they had the cave to go into. They had So there was a few things, and Zack had a horse this time.
He had a horse, and we could always be like, he got started riding, and then he's like, the more I think about it, the more worried I am. So I'm gonna really push this horse as hard as I can and just ride through the night,
He just
Kill the horse.
No. So the initiative order, well, first is Zack actually in the order. He got the 22.
I can't wait to ask him how the hell he got through that wall.
1, 2, 3.
He doesn't have Misty Step yet.
He does not have Misty Step yet.
Todd used Dimension Door. Boom.
Todd's gonna go hang out over here by Crispy.
Todd is the savior of us all.
They're buddies.
All right.
I like to that Zack was fighting the water elemental, and then Dowroc distracted it long enough for Zack to ride in this stream, the slipstream, and get in through that way.
Well, you also don't know exactly when you chuck the big ass spear down the hall that it hit the wall. Who knows? Who knows what happened? So, all right. So Zack moves up here.
That's true. The sphere was magical, and the door did react to magical things.
It did. So after Zack's turn, the captain.
He's coming. He's coming for Johan.
Cool.
He runs straight up to Johan.
Love that.
Not looking very happy because he just tried to throw a bead of force at him.
Yeah, I could do more of that if you want.
He runs up, spins his flail, and attempts to strike Johan.
Great.
At disadvantage. It's
Well,
good news.
disadvantage. I mean,
It's good news.
I mean, he could theoretically get a 1, I guess.
So,
so he misses with his first flail strike. He then as he comes.
I hate that you said
he
first.
As Johan ducks out of the way of the first flail strike, he follows through and goes back around with it, trying to strike again. 17.
Hits, barely hits.
yeah. He has 7. He has +1 AC from infusion.
It deals 10 total bludgeoning damage to Johan. Bam.
Oh boy.
I'm very close to dying at this point.
Well,
So after that, it is now Dowroc's turn.
let's see. Should I continue this charade or?
You just keep yelling insults at him.
I'm thinking about.
I mean, you are welcome to keep imposing disadvantage on his attacks when he's right next to me. I'm totally okay with that.
The option is shooting.
Okay. Well, attempt to shoot him.
Oh God, I hope that hits.
18.
Please tell me that hits.
As the bullet races toward the captain, it deflects off of his armor. Bing, miss.
Okay, so that's the middle of the. That was a 10. So that's the middle of the road. We gotta get a bit more higher than a 10. Igo's gonna be commanded to go here, and then Igo can make a time. Take a swipe,
Okay.
and Igo misses.
Ooh. Okay. Okay, he misses. That's it. Was that a crit fail?
Yeah, that was a crit thing.
As Igo is attempting to, is it because he's slashing, right? Like he's slashing with claws.
Yeah.
All right. So as he is slashing with the claws, the captain deflects it and makes a single melee attack against Igo, and gets a 25 to hit.
Yeah, that hits a little bit.
It only does 5 total bludgeoning damage.
Could be worse.
Okay.
After Igo, it is Johan's turn.
Yeah. What am I gonna do? Shoot. I'll try to shillelagh hit him, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know. What else am I gonna do at this point, man? 24 to hit.
That hits.
Oh, thank God.
Bam.
8 damage, and I'm also going to mark him with favored foe, which will do an additional 1 damage, so 9 damage, and then I'll do an extra 1d4 each time I hit him. For as long as I hold concentration on it, which I don't have anything else to hold concentration on, so I might as well.
Okay. Is the fire spirit? None of that's concentration, right? The summoning your fire,
Right.
the shillelagh, none of that's Okay.
And then I'm also gonna. I should have done this before I attacked, but I'm gonna like shift position so that I'm kind of over here.
Why?
Flanking.
Why?
He's flanking him.
He can deflect attack though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm stupid, so I'll do that anyway.
Okay.
All right. Is that your turn?
Yeah, it's my turn.
All right. So
It's all
Zack.
3 of my actions.
Zack is going to come up here. Zack is going to cast a spell, Bane, on the captain.
Nice.
Ooh, that's good.
So the captain is going to attempt to roll a d20 and fail miserably.
Oh, thank God.
So now Zack has placed the Bane spell upon the captain. Every time he makes an attack roll or a saving throw, he rolls a d4 and subtracts that result.
God.
And at the end of each turn, he can attempt to save from it. But what's funny is that he takes a d4 deficit.
Yeah,
To the saving throw.
Bane is really good.
So
And his concentration though.
it is a concentration spell, but yes.
Yeah, I mean,
So now whenever he tries to do anything, he has to...
yeah, theoretically,
Yes.
Zack doesn't need his concentration for anything else. So it should be okay.
It's annoying because half the spells in Paladin are this, but Bane seemed like the opportune
Yeah.
one to use against them.
Well, so many of
Alright,
of them
so-
are like this is a thing that I'm supposed to keep up while I'm spending my other spell slots for smites, you know?
Right.
Mm,
Oh, actually, they don't make another saving throw.
they
Must
don't.
make a Constitution or it fails a saving throw before the spell ends. No. So once they fail the save, well, no, the initial saving throw they make, they don't make another one to try to resave. They just have to knock me out of concentration
That's
from it.
crazy. That's a good spell.
So he is now 1d4 deficit all the time. So
It's,
that unfortunately was an action, however. So Zack is going to make the captain his vow. He's going to channel divinity with a bonus action and do vow of enmity on the captain. For 1 minute, I now have advantage against all attacks I make against him. And I will end my turn. The captain is not happy. So, the captain... let's see, let's roll. The captain attacks Zack.
Let's see if we can get that down to 0.
So, flail. So, I'm not going to bother rolling the other d4 because his total is 18 and Zack's AC is 18. So, minimum of 1. So, he misses. Ring.
Yay.
And then flail hits him again. Ooh, that one's going to... That one I can't even save with the d4.
Let's see.
18. So, 2k. So that is hitting Zack. Zack, however, as the strike is coming toward him, he lifts his left arm and creates a translucent shield, increasing his AC by 5 to block the attack. So it does not make contact with him.
And I'm really glad he showed up Superman style to save us. This is awesome.
I prefer Goku style. No, I'm just kidding. Alright, Captain,
Waffle House time.
Waffle.
I've heard the strongest fighters eat here.
Yeah, I heard the strongest fighters eat here. Well, the captain is not too happy, so he gets extraordinarily enraged and chooses to now attack again.
What? Accent surge, I guess.
He attempts to attack.
Can I just choose to attack again?
No, because this is
I think he actually surged. Or yeah.
And
he
everybody's
chooses
out
now.
here. Everybody's out here taking 2 levels in fighter.
Yeah,
Well, he has a +5 AC, so it's going to be. He
but
still
he's
has
not attacking. Well, he's not attacking Zack this time.
Oh, he's attacking Johan. Okay.
Oh, he's attacking Igo.
What?
That's mean. What has Igo ever done to him?
He rolls, gets a 17, unfortunately, to hit. That's with the Bane.
That's fine.
So,
That's fine. That's fine.
it does a total of 8 bludgeoning damage to Igo.
Good.
And he then swings again and strikes him, or attempts to. And misses terribly that time.
Good.
Alright,
Well,
it is
well-
now... Huh?
What did he roll? A 4, then a 3.
It was a 3 to hit. Alright, that is his turn. It is now Dowroc's turn.
Can you cast like multiple instances of Bane on somebody? I wonder. Like, do they stack?
No,
No.
because D&D's rules is you can't stack the same effect more than once.
That's a bummer. I wanted like 2 parties of guys who were like had one of guy from each side fighting like Pokemon, and everybody else is just like casting guidance on their guy and Bane on the other guy over and over again.
Well, you have Bless. Bless and Bane are the opposites
yeah, that's
of
what I
each
mean.
other, so
That's what I mean. Yeah, just
Joe.
each attack takes like 16 dice rolls to see if anybody hits anybody.
Dowroc's gonna shoot him.
okay.
Oh, come on.
Attempt to shoot him. That misses.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Igo's gonna attack him with advantage.
Okay.
I mean, somebody's got to hit him eventually. Nope, never mind.
20.
You were the 20?
First roll was a 20. Like a dirty 20. A 13 plus 7.
Oh, to hit, it was a 20?
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
hit.
Cool.
8 plus
That
2.
that makes his AC 19, right?
17 or 7 damage. Sorry,
7 damage.
7 force damage. Oh, no,
That is a good observation from Johan.
Jeez,
so 19.
that's ridiculous.
So I just need a 12 to hit with my bullets.
Alright. That is Johan's turn.
I'm trying to think if I want to do something with Igo. I know that moving would be break the advantage, but I don't want Johan to get hurt.
Yeah, I have an idea then. Let's because like this is something I was considering doing anyway. So I'll shillelagh him again
Okay.
and miss badly.
Okay.
But
You have advantage.
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'll miss
Oh, sorry.
less badly, and then I'll shimmy around him to over here.
Okay.
Okay. Alright. So now Zack is gonna shimmy up here.
Oh, hold on, I'm thinking about something.
Oh, you're still doing stuff.
I'm also gonna yell for Crispy, and he's gonna come hang out over here with Dowroc.
Oh, okay.
And Zack already has advantage though.
Yeah, but it gives Johan advantage.
Oh, you can give yeah. You can get
Johan would have it.
You can get +2. Never mind. You get double advantage and add that +2.
You got a +2 to my thing. So now I go there. Alright, your turn's done, right?
Yeah.
John?
Yeah.
Okay. So I will go there, and I will, which, fun fact, I don't know if you know this, if you, I don't know if you're on your computers or not, if you right-click the dice roll, you can hit advantage, and then it rolls 2d20s and actually does it for you.
Oh, okay.
Just
Like,
or
right?
disadvantage, just so you know.
Oh,
So
cool.
Zack is going to attack
What is
my
it?
long Oh, double 2s.
That's neat,
Total
man.
miss.
I
What do you do that?
can
No.
hide it from all of you guys.
So when you're rolling, so you know where you click to roll the dice? Right click there, and it brings up advantage, disadvantage, or if you want to only roll it to yourself. Which the only person that should be rolling it to themselves is the DM.
Yeah.
if they want to.
Or that asshole player that you met online. He's like, "Oh, I meant to roll it publicly, but I already rolled it, so I'm just gonna
Yeah.
keep the roll."
But I got a 20 already,
Yeah.
but it was behind the thing. All right. So, and you can do that. So, and damage, you can make it do crit damage if you right click as well. So if it doesn't auto crit, like let's say I can crit on a 19 or 20, you can just right click and make it
that's
do
neat.
crit.
Where is
So,
that?
just so you're aware. So if you right click on your damage roll, you can do the same thing for crit damage. So like for instance, Zack's Warlock is Hexblade Curse. So he can crit on a 19 to 20. So if I roll a 19, it doesn't register that and auto double my dice, but you can just right click the damage and just say it's a crit damage.
Man, now I want to
okay,
play
so-
with that.
Yeah.
I know, right? So, all right. So Zack misses, but he will place the Hexblade's Curse on the captain. So Zack can now crit on a 19 or 20, and he does an additional 5 damage every time he hits him.
Nice.
And that ends Zack's turn.
We can-
It is the captain's turn.
If we can actually start hitting this guy, we might actually be able to beat him.
Alright, so the captain is going to attack Johan.
Deflected.
Alright, so the first attack is going to be deflective, so he is going to roll twice. So I'm just going to roll... Can I customize that to... Oh, I can. Okay, cool. Alright, so first flail. Disadvantage, got 19. Well, sorry, no. Hold on, sorry. Bane.
Roll high. Yes.
15 to hit.
That misses. Thank God.
Alright. So he misses. But, as always, he swings the flail again and strikes again.
Teamwork.
This one's full, right? This one completely misses Johan.
Yeah.
With a total of 8 to hit.
What works?
Miss.
Teamwork works.
It is now Dowroc's turn.
Dowroc, shoot him.
Just shoot him.
Ooh.
8, 9, 10. I'm getting there. I'm working my way up.
Go.
Miss.
Throw your gun at him.
8, 9, 10. I guess gonna swing. Doesn't have
Okay.
advantage this time. This is gonna stay there. No. Well, at least that hit for 25.
Once again, Igo is our main DPR.
Yes.
Another 7 damage.
Alright. Okay. Go on.
All right, I'm gonna order Crispy to come up to me at the end of my turn. So I'm just gonna put him there. He'll end there.
Got a spear too.
And
I don't know what he's gonna do with it.
I'm
You guys want?
I'm going to I have so many options. I could shillelagh. I could also shillelagh.
I think you should shillelagh.
That's a good option.
25 to
Where's he
hit.
roll?
Good up. Hit.
The night.
No.
No, I can.
For 12 damage.
Ooh. Okay.
And then, as part of my command to Crispy, I'll have him shoot a flame seed when he gets here, which is
Is that a saving throw or a roll?
a roll. He misses.
Oh, okay.
Second base.
All right. It is now Zack's turn. So Zack is just going to attempt to longsword hit this guy yet again. He gets a critical hit.
Yes.
20.
Yes.
So as the sword is striking,
Here comes the smite.
as the sword strikes the captain, Zack expends a spell slot and empowers the strike with a divine smite.
Yay.
So
Fine.
total damage. So first off, it's
And they get sliced. Oh my god.
and then I will spend 1 spell slot, which
Here it
would
comes.
equate to 6 d8s because
Oh
it's
my
3.
God.
No, it's 2 d8s, so it's 4 d8s total. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me make sure. Divine smite. 2d8 plus an extra 1. Yeah, so 4 total d8s.
Mhm.
So plus another 12. So Zack. Oh, and I get the boost from
Yep, 5 more
the
damage.
Hexblade Curse. So there's that.
So 37,
So-
37 damage total.
Zack hits him with 37 points of damage.
Is he bloodied yet?
Well, he's bloody, yes. That strike definitely made him bloody.
I mean, if this were not a game, that strike would have just vaporized him.
Let's see. And then bonus action, bonus. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Alright, that just concludes Zack's turn. He does nothing additional with his bonus.
Neat.
Alright. It is now the captain's turn. Who is pissed?
Well, I would think so. He just got
Captain.
he just got frickin' laser blasted to the face with a sword.
So the captain, as he's been doing, spins his flail menacingly and attacks Zack specifically this time.
Why?
Because he's like,
Gee, how'd I get?
he's like,
Gee, how'd I
so-
go?
primary threat identified.
So he gets a total of 15 to hit. Who Zack deflects and it misses. Flail hits him again. This time gets a way lower score and misses again.
Okay.
It is now Dowroc's turn.
Shoot him. Shoot him.
I'm just gonna keep on
Shoot him.
doing what he's been doing.
Shoot him somewhere other than the face, because I'd like to knock him unconscious rather than kill him.
Oh, 27. That's not a crit, but it'll do. Pig, it will do.
Alright.
11 points of damage.
Oh, okay. Alright.
I mean, that would be incredibly impressive, but
Igo's gonna. Dowroc's gonna command I to go here,
Okay.
and then Igo's gonna attempt to smash.
Okay.
Does not smash. Does not smash.
No smash today.
No smash today. So now Igo is preventing his escape through the back,
good thinking.
and now he is.
Even if he tried to push past,
and
he'd like proc 3 opportunity attacks if he tried to push past or anything. Like, I don't know, that might be enough to kill him, maybe. All right, what were you saying? Sorry.
Oh, and he has now range between Johan and Zack to deflect attack. So
Yeah, it's a good point. Good call.
okay.
Alright,
And,
Johan, let's... Oh, no,
okay.
never mind. Yeah, alright, Johan, let's see if you can bring it home.
How much can I fail?
This is gonna be an illusion. He's just gonna be illusion. He's gonna piss everybody off.
25 to hit
Oh my god.
for
And then
13 damage.
Ooh, max. Almost max damage.
What did you say, 4?
for 13.
Oh, 13. Okay, so what are you... Is it Shillelagh striking him?
Yeah,
Okay, so as your... It's the wooden sword, isn't it?
yeah.
Okay, so as the wooden sword strikes the captain falls over dead from damage.
Damn it.
He's dead?
Hold on.
Oh god. Here comes the Latin music.
As the captain falls to the ground and dies, a moment passes. Basically a few seconds pass, and all of a sudden, a red circle appears around the captain
Oh god.
and glows.
Wrong.
As the captain also has a red outline, and he stands back up,
I hate our lives so much.
rejuvenized.
It's his twin brother.
How rejuvenated is he?
Yeah, it's his twin brother. What?
How
Sorry.
rejuvenated does he look right now?
Oh, he's still bloody.
Oh, thank God.
He's still bloody. He's not like rejuvenated full health or anything like that. So he just stands back up and he's still bloody, so he's still hurt. But he stands back up.
Cool. Great.
Is that your turn or your fire spirit doing something?
Yeah, I guess Crispy will shoot him. Why not? Might as well. Only a 17.
Miss.
Mm.
Would Crispy technically have advantage?
I don't know. I actually wanted to ask you that. He's a small creature, and the way I wanted to play him is that since he has hover, so he's always going to stay.
Is he like hovering above you, kind of?
My thought was I want him to like grab onto my cloak, and so that he's like sitting at my shoulders, and then if I move while he's next to me, he can just tag along.
Okay.
Then,
I mean, I'm okay with that. That's fine. If he's a small creature, that's fine.
Would you rule then that he shares my space?
Yes.
Then he has advantage.
So yes, he gets initiative.
I rolled the wrong thing. Dear God. Okay, hold on.
Shillelagh.
He still misses.
Oh well. Okay. All right. So
actually, I could just roll Shillelagh for him anyway. That it's the yeah.
Oh, it's the same bonus.
Yeah, it's the same bonus. All right.
All right. So as the strikes miss, the captain raises his hand and blocks both of the fire seeds and just destroys them instantly, preventing any damage done to him. As Johan's turn comes to an end, Zack's turn happens. Zack grips his longsword and attempts to strike the captain with all of his might.
All of his might.
Zack gets a total of 20 to hit.
Oh,
So
not that right.
on the hit,
Yeah.
because it does hit, he does 11 plus expending a spell slot for
Oh.
smite.
I've seen this trick once before.
10. So it does 21 damage.
26 damage.
Or 26 damage, correction. So as he is striking, getting ready to strike, the captain looks with flames in his eyes, and he's saying, "You cannot stop the revival." And as he says that, Zack flashes him, and the captain drops again. The red light fades,
Flashes me.
and the captain has hit the floor, dead.
Woo!
Is he dead, or is he only mostly dead?
I could just imagine Dowroc walking over with a stick poking him.
Yeah.
Just is he dead?
I'm
gonna walk up, shoot him in the face.
I'm like poking him with my toes right now.
Dowroc's gonna double tap. He's gonna shoot him right in the face and get rid of him.
Is there any sign that he's even slightly alive at all?
Before that, Dowroc's gonna do his magic infusion, magic tinkering, and he's gonna record his. He's gonna make a hologram of this guy. He's gonna record a hologram. He's gonna pick up a rock and he's gonna and take a hologram.
Is it just the physical image of him, or is it like a... Okay.
Take a physical image of him.
Man,
Okay.
Where's
So now you have that.
where's a cleric or something when we need one to talk to his ghost?
Off the speak of dead.
Yeah. So the captain is officially dead.
Damn it!
He is down.
You can go to the treasure
Because,
chest.
because again, let me backtrack ever so slightly, just a few moments. So as Zack is slashing him, you can tell that he's slashing him in a way that, not with the intention of killing him, but as the captain says, you cannot stop the revival, he leans in closer to his sword, taking more damage and causing himself to die. So Zack was trying to make a non-lethal hit, and the captain decided to Hail Hydra it and just kill himself.
Cool.
He bet the points. That'd be cool. That instigate if you try to speak with dead, and then the dead does something to where you can't like it like bites like a poison pill in the tooth and just disintegrates himself so he can't speak to dead.
You're like, damn it. All right. So yes, you have officially defeated the captain.
Oh boy! Now the escape scene starts up when the BFM decides to dispel the dispel the barrier around the water and makes it trying to drown us.
Well, funny, you should say that. No, I'm just kidding.
Well,
Nope. It is now up to you guys. Like, what do you want to do?
I'm just gonna stand here for a minute and revel in the fact that I'm not dead.
I'm gonna put my hands on my knees and start coughing a little bit.
Zack, good to see you.
Good to see you guys.
Um,
I figured we would save pleasantries until after we beat them.
Yeah. I thought you went off to that town.
Yeah.
How'd you get back so quickly? How many days have passed up above?
It's only been about a day and a half.
Okay.
Total.
Wow, that's
And
how long?
Lucky for me, the Griff has horseshoes of speed, and so
Oh.
he was able to put them onto my horse while I came back, drastically increasing the speed of the horse, so it allowed me to return faster.
Neat.
Johan, we were down here for a full day and we don't even know it. We didn't even know it.
Yeah. Okay. So I will dismiss Crispy
Let's
because I
So-
don't want him here anymore.
Well-
I kind
Dowroc.
of look at Zack and I'll explain that later.
He's just like, okay.
I have some things to explain later myself. But first of all, I guess I was going to loot the body.
While you're
Investigation.
while you're doing that, I'm gonna be like listening to what you guys say, but I'm gonna head over
Oh boy.
to this door.
Oh boy.
All right, so Dowroc, you find, if you want to loot the body, you find scale armor,
Yeah.
a shield, a spear, and a flail.
Cool.
But
Let's
something that you do notice, that Zack points out, the flail has a symbol on it. And as you look at it, and you can tell it's not magical, but the symbol, Zack looks at it and says, that is the symbol of Tiamat.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, that doesn't sound great. I'm gonna while you guys are discussing that,
What kind of shield?
while I listen in, I'm gonna
Just a regular shield, nothing special.
I'm gonna do Arcana on the inside of that room.
Okay.
I actually have if you wait a second, I can go. Yeah.
Well, he probably needs your help anyway.
Yeah, I'm not sensing anything yet.
You said a flail.
Yes. A flail, a shield, scale armor, and a spear.
I'm just gonna scale armor and a spear. I'm not gonna pick up the spear unless it's.
Nope, nothing magical about any of it.
I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm going to. I put all of it in the bag of holding. Let's go into the cave. I'm going to cast detect magic
Okay.
in the cave.
Okay. So, let me...
30 foot.
If you sense magic, you can use your action to feign aura. Okay. So, you cast detect magic, and you can tell that there's magic in the room, but nothing is really, no specific school or anything It's you can just feel a negative magic force coming from the room.
Anybody?
Okay.
Does anybody know how to dispel curses?
No.
Unfortunately, I do not. Zack says.
Because I
Is it like a room of gold? Like, what does it look like in there? Like,
So when you look into this room,
like a cube?
it's not going to be a map. So it's about a 15 feet by 15 feet room.
Okay.
And in it, you can tell that the captain and the Black Flame Monster were just in there because everything's kind of thrown asunder in there and just kind of thrown all over the place. So it's stacks of gold. You have weapons off to the side of the room. You can tell that there's just kind of lots of different variety of items, but you get a negative feeling about pretty much everything that's in there.
okay.
I'm going to tell them don't touch anything. That you don't want to have voices in your head. Don't touch. I'm getting a bad feeling about almost everything in here.
Man, maybe I should have kept Crispy out. He could have gone and touched stuff to see what would happen.
I mean,
So
we can send an Igel if we want to try to find. You said,
Yeah, but then
did they say there was one mask in here, or? But
they
that
didn't
guy.
specify.
Okay.
All they said was they thought that there was a mask down below, and you saw the Black Flame walk out with the black mask on, and he took the captain's blue. That's all you know.
yeah. So I'm gonna say let's take a second here and take stock.
And Zack does show you that he has the red mask on him.
Yeah.
So and he puts it back in his bag.
I'm gonna say let's take a second and take stock here, and I'll catch Zack up on everything that happened down here, including seeing that guy's boss, and who I assume is the same thing that destroyed his hometown.
Okay. So as you're doing this, so Dowroc, you're still going to be at the door frame of the door, right? Because that's basically where you're standing when you're detecting magic.
Yeah, it's
Okay. So as you do this, so roll a... let me look at the skill sheets. Roll a... Nope, not that one. Roll a investigation check.
I'm gonna go add guidance.
Okay. By the way, fun fact, you can add guidance to initiative roll,
That's awesome.
just so you're aware. Because it's any ability check, which initiative is considered in the player handbook to be a dexterity check, and that's it.
That's freaking awesome.
So you can technically add guidance to an initiative. Alright, so as you open the door, or as you're doing your magic and casting it and such, you notice on the ground, you see skeletons. These skeletons look oddly like dwarven skeletons.
What?
You see about 2 or 3 skeletons down there, and you see kind of, broken pieces of armor and stuff on them. And you just kind of notice that there are these 3 skeletons that are just sitting down there.
Can I cut in for a second? Because this may be something you wanna immediately roll into whatever you're doing here. I realized after the fact that I didn't actually describe what Valleywatch looks like when I did the description of it. It oversees not just the area to the south of the map, but the area in that valley there. That's why it's Valleywatch. That it kind of sits at the south of.
Are you talking about like dragon and stuff like that?
No, there's a little valley in kind of the middle of the map, and Valleywatch sits at the south of it.
Picture maps. Okay, let's see.
And that is the
okay, Country Valleywatch. Okay, so I see Country Valleywatch, which it's next to Dragonwatch, Blackgate, and South Byzantia.
yeah. So if you
Okay, so
Oh, come on, just God, work like any other website, please. You can see there's like a lake just above Valleywatch, and there's like 2 little rows of mountains to either side of it, right?
Yes.
That is.
Are you talking about like where those caves are?
Yeah, that is
Okay.
that is the main source of stone and minerals that is under Byzantian control. The rest of it they get from Corewood. But the reason that there's a whole bunch of mines. There's a whole bunch of mines here. Valleywatch mainly governs those mines. And those mines were originally set up by dwarves who lived here, and their territory was taken in conquest by the humans during the First Era. So Valleywatch has a lot of stonework. Its buildings have a lot of dwarvish architecture. So it would stand to reason that if there's some sort of treasure depository underneath the city, that it might have been put there by the dwarves.
Oh,
Yeah.
So,
yes. Huh?
give me 1 second.
Oh, okay. See, John, you're just so much better with storytelling.
I need to. I'm gonna have to. I can't figure out how to actually give you access to the location notes, so I'm gonna have to like go to every single one of these goddamn places and pull it up myself and take a screenshot of the page.
Well, the good thing is you can keep it kind of local to smaller areas for now, and then we can discover it, further away later. Nick, you there?
Need to find the careful balance between like not wanting you to know all the lore yet and you needing to know all the lore already.
Well, the good thing is that you could probably keep a lot of stuff secret, just because, like I said, my campaign's going to be very southern based of there, and so it shouldn't necessarily venture too far out. So it shouldn't. It kind of like this whole Dwarven explanation that you just gave, but that like little bits and pieces are probably better because, I shouldn't affect your overall story with it.
Okay.
Did you also, while we're waiting, did you get, would you be prepared to have those 3 other adventurers potentially show up at some point soon?
Yeah, sure. I mean, they're just
okay.
They're just there whenever you need them.
Okay.
Would need a reason, like they could be working for a rival guild or something.
I have a reason, so. Yeah, I have a reason for them, so we potentially will see them today, so I just wanted to make sure.
Fun.
I'm back.
Okay. All right,
So Dowroc is he gonna? The investigation is still. Are they like? Are the 3 skeletons like posed in any kind of way?
You can tell that the skeletons are posed toward the door, like they were trying to walk toward the door that you were coming from. So almost maybe looking like potentially maybe they were trapped, or maybe they were just trying to walk that distant, like walk toward the door or something along those lines.
Does the room look like it was not? Is it a cave still, or is it looks like it was
built?
Built.
It looks like a built room.
Okay, I'm going to use stone cutting then.
Okay. And this is you can tell what type of material or what?
Well, I can tell...
Basically, he has an advantage to tell the history of the stonework.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see if there's... I don't know if there's a way to... You tell some sexually the stonework, you consider proficient, and double the proficiency bonus for the check. So that is a plus proficiency bonus is the plus modifier, or is that the...
That's you have a +2 proficiency right now.
It would be +4, so I would add
yeah. So you would double that to +4.
So that would be 23.
Okay. So you notice that the room is very, as you start to look at it more and more, you start to notice that the room
Is it
was definitely
smaller?
built. Huh?
Oh, go ahead. Yeah, it was definitely
I was
built.
gonna say the room was definitely built by dwarves of some kind. It was
Okay.
definitely has dwarven roots in this room, in this specific room. Nothing really up to this point really points to dwarves, but it was just a general underground area. But this specific room, you can tell, was created by dwarves.
I'm trying to see if I can get a bit more finagle it a bit. Can I
Okay.
tell if this room looks from the dimensions of the outside to the inside? Does it look smaller than it should be?
Oh, no, it looks the appropriate size. Like, it looks the size that it is.
Hmm.
Are you trying to see, like, is there something beyond walls or anything like that?
Yeah. Let me
There's not.
let me go with the investigation check
Okay.
to actually yeah, I guess the investigation would be to check if there is like a block, like start pressing on the walls without touching. Well, pressing on the walls without. I assume that they weren't cursed if they were shifting around stuff. I don't know if
I mean,
Are you
Because
talking about the captain and
they
the...
they
yeah,
they may have had
when I opened that door, you said they were shifting around stuff.
they may have had
I was just trying
some
to
kind of magical protection though, for all we know.
yeah.
Um,
Um,
I wanna do uh, could I do a medicine check to try to determine how old these skeletons are?
Sure.
Guidance.
Right. Wait, I was
Guidance.
waiting for that. Um, 21.
21?
Man, we're just getting lots of 21s on everything that we don't technically need them on today.
Not attack rolls. All right, so you notice that they are not recent skeletons.
Right, so
you would say it's probably between 20 to 30 years at least.
okay. So it sounds like some of the local dwarves, because there would still be local dwarves here, heard about this place and decided to try to get in here and recover this treasure, and triggered something from one of these items and got killified on their way out of the door.
Is that an official word?
Yeah,
Killified?
yes, it is.
Unalive. The PC version is unalive.
They are unalived from that.
The Twitch appropriate version.
Usually I like watching language change in real time because it's so fascinating. But God, I hate Twitter speak so much. It's so awful.
But
All right, so Dowroc.
I'm gonna
Dowroc is pushing,
I'm gonna
examining the wall.
I'm gonna leave Dowroc to it, and I'm gonna wander back out of the room. I want to talk to Zack a little bit while he's doing his thing.
Okay, so as you walk back out, Dowroc's kind of pushing on the walls. As you're walking around,
I'm also gonna keep using my foot to push Todd away from the door because he's gonna keep trying to go in there and get himself killed because he's an idiot.
poor Todd. So Dowroc, as you are pushing around, looking at... Huh?
I was going to say if Todd is messing with Igo or not.
So Dowroc, as you're walking around trying to push on stuff, you step over one of the bodies, or the skeletons rather, and your foot
Oh no.
accidentally hits something on the body.
Oh.
So you look down and you kind of you can't really see what it is because it's kind of underneath one of the skeleton's like arms where it has some armor on it. But you move something ever so slightly underneath it, but you can't feel anything coming off of something that you hit after you kind of wait for a moment and wait for, a curse to randomly ravage your soul. Nothing seems to happen.
Can I lift up the arm and see what it is?
You can. You can try. You can do that.
Well.
So you lift up the arm.
While he's doing.
Oh, go ahead.
He's doing that. How is Zack doing? How's he looking after hearing that his nemesis was here?
Well, yeah. So Zack. So I would assume he's also told about the dragon mask and everything.
Yeah,
like
I
that.
caught him up on everything.
So he goes to Johan, tells him, he seems very, very angry, but very fueled with rage at the moment of wanting to find this individual, asking Johan, where did he go? When did you see him? What did, like, I only got to see him many years ago for a moment. But from the description that Johan gives him, he knows that that's that same figure that plagued his home village many years ago.
So I'm gonna say I mean, he was only here for a second. He seemed to teleport away, which is consistent with what you've seen him do.
Did he have? Oh, never mind.
He had at least 2 masks with him. By the time he left.
At the 2 masks mentioned, Zack looks down for a moment and he says, "That's already 2 out of 5 that he has. Thankfully, I have 1 with me safe, so there's only 2 more left out there, and I would appreciate it, and I feel like I would need the assistance of some trusted allies in order to try and find the final 2 to prevent him from doing something even more catastrophic to someone else."
Yeah. Well,
would you be willing to assist me in that search?
No, I'm not dropping this after everything I've been through. So yeah, I'm there. Did you know it was him that was looking for these masks?
I only knew of a black cloaked individual. I just took it upon myself, and I think I just assumed it was him. But now, unfortunately, I know.
At the very least, that gives you more opportunities to cross paths with him, which is what you want.
Yeah, very much so. He needs to pay for the countless innocent lives that he killed.
Out of curiosity, and I don't want to, shift this to be about me. I still have not gotten a great look at him in the low light of this cave. It was hard to make out specific details aside from just his silhouette. When you saw him all those years ago, could you tell what complexion his skin was?
So as you ask him, he says the complexion of his skin was almost, it was very human, but it was very almost ash-like, like maybe it was burnt or covered in some kind of, well, ash, for the lack of a better word. But I did notice one thing that I didn't tell you before. When I saw him, he had 2 black, shadowy wings coming out from behind him. He didn't seem to use them for anything, but they definitely seemed to do something to everyone that was around him.
The look on Johan's face right now would be hard to describe, but he kind of looks relieved and disappointed at the same time. He says, then he is definitely not the person I've been worried about. But that just means that there's someone else out there accumulating magic items for their own purposes. And the idea that there's 2 of them it doesn't exactly put my anxieties to rest.
Well, I'll make you a deal. If you will help me find and stop this menace, I will put everything in my power to help you find yours.
I appreciate that. And I will certainly take you up on that offer, assuming we survive this.
Assuming yes. So as that conversation kind of goes, it flips back over to Dowroc. Dowroc is...
Oh, right arm.
What'd you say?
He's lifting up the right arm of that fallen.
All right, so as you lift up the arm, the armor kind of falls apart as you're lifting his arm up. I mean, you can tell that it just has not been in a good condition or maybe damaged prior to getting there. But underneath the arm, you see, you pick up an item. And after looking at it and kind of brushing off all of the debris off of it.
Hooking up with my prosthetic arm, hopefully that it's not gonna...
Yeah, if any part of you gets vaporized, it might as well be the part you can build again.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Okay, so as you pick it up, you notice
a new owner has picked up the beacon.
and as you pick it up and you realize what's in your hand, you kind of look back down and you look at the skeletons, and you can tell from the skeleton that you picked up that he had armor, or he or she had armor that would seem very typical for someone of your class. And as you look back in your hand, you see a older looking, but, well, let me... You see an old looking, once you slice the debris off of it, and you see what looks like a pistol in your hand.
But this doesn't make sense.
Why would that not make sense?
No, I'm just...
Oh, you're just saying that as a... Okay.
It's like, how can this exist here from 20 to 30 years ago?
No.
So as you...
I was the only one.
No.
So as you kind of are scraping kind of through it and dusting off of it, you see a big V mark on the handle of the gun.
Oh, which?
A V, like a Roman numeral 5.
Okay. I'm just going... I don't know.
You don't detect any kind of cursing or evil from it. You don't notice anything.
Okay. I'm going to bring this out to them and tell them I don't feel anything from this, but I found this in here. But I was also wanting to see if I can bring any... Is there any kind of like identifying tokens on these dwarves? Like, can I bring something up to just give to the Adventurers Guild to just to give the family some closure, I guess?
So on the bodies, you don't really notice anything of any particular... The only thing that you can see, really, that's on them, that's any identifying of any kind, is the gun that you picked up.
Mm.
Okay. Everything else is tattered. They don't really have any weapons or guns other than this on them. And at this point, you also kind of notice that some things are scattered, and you don't know what potentially is cursed and not.
Okay.
I mean, they could be the whole family too. They might have come down here as a family trip and family trip to death.
Yeah,
Great trip.
Is there any like solid bones that still like won't disintegrate or anything like that, so we can at least bury them?
Yeah, there's bones. I mean, you have bones there if you want.
Okay. I'm gonna put the bones in my
Bag of holding. Okay.
Well, not the back. I'll put them in my backpack because they're not going to weigh that much.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you pick up the
I
three.
don't have to dump out the whole bag of holding to get to it.
And we
Okay.
what we do would seem super creepy to an average person.
Well,
Picking up the bones of skeletons.
Yeah, like I'm just gonna put this guy's skull in my backpack, and
well, Dowroc has other. Dowroc's a different kind of breed.
Yeah, yeah. At the very least, he he doesn't lick everything he picks up like Todd. Though he did eat part of a zombie earlier. That was weird.
Oh yeah. You alright, Todd?
Oh.
Is it like zombie five? Is Todd now zombie?
No,
And I'm gonna pop back up.
you did
phone-
did that. Remember when you were doing your walk like a zombie thing?
Oh yeah, I'm covered in zombie blood right now. I don't know how fresh
You're
it's gonna
still
be.
covered in that, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm still covered.
Gross.
I'm like a dry blood on me, but
Yuck. I'm gonna wander into the room now and have a once around, I guess.
Yeah.
While you examine your new toy.
I'm gonna ask Zack how he's doing. It's like I know that I don't know about some of your experiences, but about your loss, but I know what it's like to be alone. So, and if I know about anger towards someone that you don't necessarily, you won't necessarily feel like you're ever going to be able to tell them how you feel, but
I appreciate that. And he kind of makes a similar, request of Dowroc as he did Johan, of saying that, he knows that if he were to probably confront the Black Flame monster by himself, he probably would not be able to come out on top. And so he asked Dowroc, if there's anything that I can help you with, I will happily help you deliver. Well, actually, the letter's already delivered, isn't it?
Yeah.
not yet.
Oh yeah, we didn't give it to anybody.
We're in the town, but we're not.
Yeah.
We actually haven't given it to anybody.
Are we at King's Capital or are we at somewhere else?
Well, we're at Valleywatch, but Valleywatch would be able to send it off.
Yeah, they can deliver it.
Yeah.
So we just didn't do it yet because Johan decided to jump in real fast.
Yeah,
So-
that was a great idea.
So,
I'm
If I get
gonna do some more Arcana in here, see if I sense anything myself.
Guidance.
Let's see, 28. Absolute max I could get.
absolute max. So as you look around, you see multiple different types of weapons and stuff, and you sense the curse that kind of emits off of them, but you don't notice anything extra really about anything.
Can I at least make determinations of what's cursed and what isn't?
Sure.
All right, so I'm gonna start kicking the not cursed stuff into one corner, away from the cursed stuff.
Okay. So you start kicking the everything over. Really, all that's left in the not cursed pile is just a handful, probably like 5 or 6 gold pieces, nothing much, and then the battered armor and some broken weapons of the 3 skeletons that Dowroc had picked up. Nothing else, it seems, of value is there that is not cursed.
All right, so I'll wander back out, be like, I'm fairly certain I've sorted out all of the curse-free objects. There's not a lot, but I still think, since I did tell the court wizard that we would leave the treasure from this place for the county, that we should go tell him what we found. It's likely he'd be able to break the curses, and then he can distribute the money however the court would like to distribute it.
I think that sounds like a good idea, Zack says.
Yeah.
Well,
We can't do anything with all this. Well, we could, but we don't. It'd just be. It's in their kingdom. So.
all right. I also suggest we, since this room is fairly well protected, right? It's got the one way in. There's no water portal in the ceiling. There's the curse door, but we can shut that. I think we should set up camp here and at least take a short rest.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, yeah, while that happens, Dowroc is, while we're getting the fire up and we're getting the rations out, I guess.
How many hit die can I spend in a short rest?
I think you
As
can.
many as you want.
I think it's as many as you want. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
You just would run out of them. So I think it's as many as you want.
let's do. No, that's not. I mean, that's less than I wanted, but all right. That's fine. No, actually, that's fine. That's enough. Oh, did it already do it? It did it automatically that time. Make up your mind, game. Well, I also get my wild shapes back, which is really what I cared about.
Oh, as your well, never mind. Keep going.
I'm good.
Dowroc?
While we're sitting around and just snacking, and Dowroc has, it's like, Johan, you showed me some things that you wanted to keep secret, so I feel that quid pro quo is in order for that. And I feel that Zack came back for us.
Yeah.
So I feel that we're starting to get close and I can trust you with some things. For this journey, I wanted to do some things, tell you guys, or didn't want to reveal anything yet, but I feel this is necessary. My name isn't Dowroc. Amanai. And Dowroc is going to do a little. He's gonna use like his little magic all-purpose tool, and he's gonna write Amanai backwards. He says, "My name is this," and you see it spells out, "My name is Dowroc. Dowroc Fright Weaver Corwood the Fourth, and I am the third son of the King of Corwood."
Wow.
I didn't realize we had royalty among us.
I didn't either.
Please don't treat me any different than how you have. No one else in my family treats me any different.
Your father's the current ruler of Corwood, isn't he?
Yes.
What's your dad's name? Like, what's his?
Dowroc. His name is Dowroc. His Steelfound Corwood the Third.
Okay. Well, I guess it's just King Corwood. I guess too, technically, right? So, because you guys are king, right? King and prince.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're the son of King Corwood.
I didn't know how I came out. I was using one familiar name just to see what the outside feels about the Kingdom of Corwood. I know that there's a lot of animosity that I read up during history about the Kingdom of the Corwood and the human in the other realms. So just wanted to see what they talked about and see. Just to see how they felt about the Kings.
Well, I hope we didn't disappoint you at all.
Yeah, I see no reason to have any animosity towards you or your people.
Good. Just let you know, I'm not. He didn't give me any kind of. I pretty much came out on my own. He gave me like 25 gold or 50 gold. Was it like? I'm trying to figure out how many days, like what Dowroc would have spent. He gave me like 30 gold, I guess, and he didn't give me anything. This is kind of my guy, my right this is my right to adulthood. So it just kind of sent me out bare bones, except I go here and what I invented and took with me. So
Yeah. That actually brings back memories, believe it or not. My clan's right.
Don't tell me you're
Right.
a prince as well.
No. My clan just their rites of passage are fairly harsh.
This wasn't my original rite of passage. When we are 47, the rites of passage is that we have to spend 3 years in the mines. At my 2-year mark into it, I had an accident. I have black lung from working in the mines. But I don't seem to get any sicker for some reason. Then it's just more of a mild cough from time to time when I overexert myself. But I had an unfortunate accident with an owlbear, and it took my left eye. And while I was protecting someone else, I lost my left arm in the process, and it took me, and that ended my my right. So my father, I guess in 20 years till the present, decided to give me a second chance, and this is it. And so I need to just deliver this letter, and I should be able to be free from that until I am summoned for an event that's coming up.
Interesting. Have you sought any treatment for your condition?
That's the weird thing. The doctor said that it's there, but it's not getting any worse. So, like usually dwarfs, we don't get sick. It doesn't seem to be getting any worse. It's just a condition I have. It doesn't seem to affect my abilities. It's just a constant cough.
As long as it's not getting worse and you tolerate it, I guess it's not a problem, but that's still a shame.
Yeah.
It is. It does sound like a shame.
My mother was not very happy.
You can imagine. Because spending time in the mines for a dwarf makes sense, but if it can have such a lasting effect on you, that's a different story. Well, since we're opening up to each other,
and please don't call me Your Majesty.
Yes, Your Highness.
I won't, except sarcastically sometimes. So while we're telling things about ourselves, I guess I should explain my fire spirit, and more specifically, I should explain why I've been so hesitant to show it. I'm still not comfortable telling you all where my specific conclave is located. We're very secretive, but one of the ways that we come of age is, rather than focusing on a single circle, all of us, we go out into the wilderness with nothing, just what skills we have that can help us forage to survive. And we are expected to remain there until we find some personal connection with nature. And that is our circle. And most of us bond with the land in some way. My father, I think, wanted me to bond with nature the same way he did and adopt his circle, but I was fortunately not. I fortunately did not. Because he would have had even more expectations of me if I had, I think. And when I returned, though, I was very careful to pretend that I hadn't made the connection at all. And that caused my people to look down on me. They thought I abandoned the rite. Because the connection I made was with wildfire. And there is a prophecy amongst my people of one who will come and tear our civilization down with fire. And I was afraid that they would believe that person to be me, mostly because I sort of also believe it to be me. That's actually ultimately why I left. My brother, who was in line to inherit the responsibilities of our family, ran off one day, and those responsibilities would fall into me. And my father went back and forth between expecting a lot from me and expressing that he thought I would fail and I couldn't deal with it anymore. So I left.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Between that and the fact that I'm worried that I'll destroy my people, it just seemed like the best thing to do. There are also those who see my power as something desirable. Fire is an element of change, and an element of change that's connected with the natural world. That's somewhat rare. So I tend to keep my powers hidden as much as I can. But there you go. That's what my wildfire spirit is. It's the embodiment of that bond I have with nature. It's the form that it takes.
Nick, did you say 1 second? I think you said 1 second right before you said the last thing. I think it was it was right at the end. So
that's good.
Well, I would say there's another candidate for somebody lighting your village on fire.
It's
I think there's another candidate we can include in that prophecy.
possible. The caveat there, though, is that the fire is supposed to come from within. So unless I somehow lead this black flame creature back to my people, it can't possibly be him. And so we have to be careful. We have to be careful not to let this person bring harm to any of the people we care about. I mean, I have family. I have a sister back in my society, and a dad too, I guess.
who is the when you came out to search for someone, you seemed disappointed when I had described the monster. Is there someone in mind that you're trying to search for out here that also uses flames that potentially could be the individual that does this to your village?
Possibly someone who there is someone who he sought to use my power at one point, and he may still be looking for me. I'm not sure though, and honestly, when I ran into the two of you and you seemed like decent people, I was hoping that you might one day help me to put a stop to this person permanently, so that I wouldn't have to look over my shoulder anymore.
Of course.
Okay.
I'd be happy to help you in any way I can.
Was it a different skin complexion that person you're looking for has?
The person I'm looking for is a tiefling.
Oh, okay.
Ooh. I haven't seen tieflings around this part in a long
Yeah,
time.
they're rare, even further north where it gets more diverse. He stands out. That's why he. I wondered if it could be him, since he only seemed to appear. He waited to appear until we were deep underground, because the person I'm thinking of, he tends to have others go out and do things for him. I also believe there's a cult that that's been gaining some traction in this region recently. I believe he may have some connection to them too, but that's a problem for another day. Right now we have to deal with the issue at hand. Someone is gathering these masks, and I saw him merge two of the masks together right before our eyes, and that sort of hammered home for me that these are incredibly powerful items.
Zack takes out the red one and kind of looks at it and goes, I don't know. They don't seem inherently evil, but I would never risk putting one on, so I don't know exactly what the items can do on their own, or worse, together.
Give me a day, I can figure that out. give me like a day, I can look into it.
If you would feel comfortable. I mean, I wouldn't want to put you in harm's way, though.
I mean, could I have felt the magic from the mask? Like,
What do you mean,
for like detect magic, when I cast detect, would I've been able to felt the magic
Yes.
from inside his bag? Like it's not.
Yes. Yeah, you would have felt that.
Yeah, it's not exuding the same evil. Is it exuding the same kind of evil that the room is?
No, it's a separate type of feeling that you get.
Okay. Well, we'll definitely take a look at it.
I
I say that we should get out of here, though. I don't know what our big buddy is up to up there. So hopefully he didn't cause any trouble.
Yeah, let's
Hopefully not.
I don't expect him to. I would like to know why he attacked your hometown all those years ago, Zack, but it seems like he's at least attempting to remain under the radar these days.
It does seem that way.
Let's start heading out of here. I do have some more questions. Zack, did you these masks? What do you know about them? Did you just hear about them in passing, or?
During one of the jobs that I took for the Bracer Guild, I was in a cave to the east, and the Goblin King, or the Goblin leader of the group, had mentioned, as I was trying to sneak up on them, I heard them speaking of masks of great power, something that would allow individuals to have the same abilities of a dragon, or at least some aspects of that, and make them more powerful. And in hearing so, multiple different jobs have me go to multiple places across Valleywatch, and I kept hearing it come up more and more as time went on. And recently, I was made aware of the location of a mask, which is where we ended up actually meeting. But unfortunately, I don't know the origins of these masks of evil. But
I don't particularly. I don't particularly love that. That captain mentioned Tiamat at all.
He's a flame.
Yeah, well, you know what I mean. He has a connection to Tiamat.
Well, he said you can't.
Yeah,
and he said you can't
that's
stop
true.
the revival. I don't know if he was referring to Tiamat herself or something else.
So definitely sounds culty.
I'm trying to decide.
It
I'm trying to
does.
decide if this is something that Johan would know, because his people are supposed to know more of the old history of the world than most people. I'm gonna roll a history check.
Okay.
Okay.
It got real low. Okay. I think I've heard something about an old conflict between powerful dragons. Maybe this has something to do with that.
It could be. I know that my father, before he died, worshipped Bahamut as a deity.
Oh,
I know
That
that.
that would explain it.
But I know that prior to him dying, when he was training me to be a paladin, I also worshipped Bahamut for a time. But once the disaster fell upon my town, I questioned myself or my faith, and as of right now, I don't necessarily worship any specific deity, but I am going to bring justice to this creature.
Yeah.
But I don't know how he could let that happen to my town.
Do we have any leads at all anymore? I was hoping we could capture that captain and interrogate him, but that didn't exactly pan out. And I don't know if we want to bring the specifics of all of this to the court wizard here and see if he has any information. I don't know if we want to risk that.
I don't know if we'd want to either.
So,
Well,
I mean, I guess
did do that.
I guess we could check with the Bracers Guild and see if they've heard anything else. But I don't. What do we do now? Where do we go? If these are dragon masks, who do we go to for information? Do we need to seek out a dragon?
We could try to go to Dragon Country. What's it called? Dragon Watch?
Yeah, what I call
I gotta
it?
pull
What
up
I
my
call it?
map.
Dragon Watch. Yeah, I think.
I think it was Dragon Watch.
Where are you?
Yeah, Country Dragon Watch, yeah. Dragon Watch. We could try to go to Dragon Watch. Many years ago,
finding
I
that.
traveled. Huh?
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say many years ago I traveled through Dragon Watch with my parents, and it was quite a journey through it. I don't remember seeing any dragons though. There is somebody that we potentially could talk to in regards to it, but we would have to travel through Dragon Watch to get there.
The dragons have been quite secretive. They've been quite.
You know, they seem content to mind their own business these days.
Yes, almost too much it seems. Zack kind of says with a little bit of disheartenment in his voice.
I think our next step is should get some sleep.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We need to get out of this place first, though.
Get some food and some drink and some sleep. We can get out of here.
I concur, Your Highness.
So are we able to escape this stinking cave? Like, I don't think.
How did you get in?
I don't think.
Did you come in the same way we did, Zach?
I don't know which way you came in.
Big
so.
big water.
We came in the hard way.
Big water hole. Big silly water hole.
I came down the water hole, yes. I met Todd at the top, and he signaled to me down the water hole. So once I went down, I was able to decipher which way you went left, and there was just a pile of undead creatures.
Yeah, it
looked like the wall was smashed through.
It would have been real helpful to have you
guys-
here to help with those undead. Believe me.
You guys were pretty busy in the day and a half I was gone.
So
It was it was going good until we saw that nightmare man, and
yeah.
kind of froze up. He's a little intimidating. He kind of blasted a water elemental in one shot with fire. It was pretty unnerving. He makes quite an entrance.
To be fair, we'd
see that.
done like 30 shots to the water elemental beforehand, but still.
it's a little intimidating when you do that much, and then you see your work get blasted into vapor in one shot. So
All right, so everybody group up, stand as close together as you can, right underneath the water hole.
okay. I was going to pick up Dowroc.
Okay. And you see all the cool fiery stuff happen again, like it did when I summoned Crispy the first time. This will be the first time Zack is seeing it.
Crispy.
He appears.
So Zack doesn't seem as after being told what Johan can do,
Yeah.
he doesn't react like negatively or surprised really at all.
Yeah.
I mean, he's surprised about what exactly it's doing, but the fire itself does not surprise him.
I say, everybody hold your breath and get ready to swim up.
Okay.
And
right.
I will teleport us into the water hole with fiery teleportation.
Boom. As you do that, you travel quickly up the cylinder and burst out of the top of the water.
I'm guessing the
Now
current.
underneath.
I'm guessing the magical current's going to help with that because it's supposed to keep people out of it. But
Yes.
So when you teleport to the bottom of the current, it just kind of shoots you up.
Yay!
I was going
You pop out.
to.
Cool.
Dark's going to come up, just coughing. From holding his breath too.
Yeah. So let's leave the docks then, and let's walk together. Let's find a tavern or something. I need a drink. And like maybe get a room at an inn, or we can head back out to the edge of town and camp. I've got plenty of supplies. It's up to you guys. But
Well,
I want to.
I know last time you liked to
Yeah.
sleep on your own outside, so I don't know if that's what you
Yeah.
prefer.
Even if we find the inn, I'm just gonna climb out my window onto the roof anyway. Either way, though, I need to split off from you guys at least for a few minutes to go and tell the court wizard what I found. I think with I think if I go talking about having found the secret treasure trove of Valleywatch, they'll let me have an audience with him pretty quickly.
Dowroc is going to toss you that rock with the hologram on it, and see if you can see if it recognizes this guy.
Good idea. Or maybe, should we take the hologram to the guild, or should we take it to the wizard?
Probably the guild. Of
Yeah. So I'll toss it back to Zack then.
Zack grabs it.
All right. Dowroc, unless you have anything else that you need to do, you said you needed to mail your letter. If you want to do that from here, you could come with me to the castle, and we could try to find a courier there, or there may be a courier service building somewhere in town. It's up to you. But either way, Johan's gonna head towards the keep to talk to the wizard again. And I'm just like, I'm not worried about doing a scene with him or anything. I'm just gonna say that we found the treasure depository. There's, from what we can tell, no more monsters down there, and everything should be open. And how we got down there, obviously, too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to. I'm going to show them the scroll of pedigree, and I'm going to say that I need this mailed to. If there is a chance to get this letter sent to the king's capital, and tell them who I am, tell the court wizard who I am, and
he should be able to.
He takes the.
He should be able to take care of that.
Yeah, he takes the letter and politely says that he will take care of it and make sure it gets to its destination.
thank you. And I'm just going to say the scroll of pedigree is. I don't need it anymore. That was
Okay.
mine. Like he takes the letter with the scroll. Well, it's kind of like an announcement of who I am, and then proof of who I am. And
I also remember that money exists, and we were dumbasses and didn't buy any health potions at all. So I'm gonna see if
do you have any gold?
see if we.
You didn't have any gold on you.
I,
The captain not have a gold on him.
He had like 5 or 6 pieces. He didn't have much.
yeah, he's the kind of person who wouldn't need to have gold. So, does the wizard have any potions?
The wizard himself does not, but he points you to a shop nearby that does carry potions that you can buy.
Cool. What is the cost of potions of healing?
Dowroc is going to leave and go to the inn. Well, he's going to the inn to get a room and get some food.
Yeah, go get us a table.
He'll get some food and drink because he's hungry. He didn't realize once that Dak said something about him being gone for a day and a half, his stomach started growling. So.
There's no prices on the potions, or at least the potions of healing.
Yeah,
so
the Critical Role wiki has the basic one listed for 5 gold, or 50 gold. I mean, not
okay.
5. God,
50 gold.
Okay.
I mean, they do have healing potions available for 50 gold apiece.
Yeah, I'll buy. I've got enough cash on me right now for 2 of those. I'll buy 2 of those.
Okay.
Just to hang on to.
Dwarf's gonna ask the bartender if they have a bottle of elven wine.
Elven wine? Why would a dwarf like you want to drink elven wine?
Do I have to drink it? Fire whiskey or kind of ale? I mean,
No, I mean I have that wine available to you. It's just kind of an odd choice from a dwarf.
Yeah, they're there.
So as he gets the elven wine and pours you a glass and gives it to you.
how much for the bottle?
The bottle? Do you want the whole bottle?
Yeah.
Well, for you, I'll sell it to you. That's not an item, is it? Like that's like an actual item?
No, it's just like
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
It's not like a.
I
It's just
have no money left at all.
I can give it to you for 5 gold.
Okay.
They hand you the bottle.
And then I was going to. Order some meat. I don't know, any kind of dinner meals you have? Any kind of specials you have for 3 people?
He just kind of is like, well, I mean, we have the regular, really. There's nothing special about any of our meals. I mean, you can buy enough to feed the 3 of you for 10 gold.
Well,
And it's just a variety of different, like, meat, like giant, meat, like legs of meat, just the traditional feast type things.
Enemy meat.
Not that giant. Well, this includes drinks and everything, and then the room at the inn, because the inn is located upstairs of the bar.
Okay. How much just for 1 meal?
3 gold.
Okay.
I'll kind of wander in at this point too.
Zack's also wandering in.
Well, I hope you guys like elfin wine.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know. Okay.
Sure.
And I bought some meat, some dinner for me.
Zack ends up going up to the bar and paying enough to have them bring over meals for everyone.
Dowroc gives Zack his share of money.
And do the buying of everything. Okay. It's the least I can do.
Zack's a nice guy. Did you learn anything from the guild about that guy?
So, as you guys are kind of sitting at the table, and he kind of goes, well, it's rather odd, but the individual behind the counter didn't know him, but yet another adventurer that was next to me has said that he has seen this person before. But the strange thing is that the person next to me said that they had killed him many, many years ago. So he is not sure how we would have a picture of him.
Interesting.
Or a recording.
Oh. He left his body. He left his body back there.
We did. We just left his body in the underground.
Oh, now he's gonna come back. He's gonna come back even stronger than before.
Great.
I knew I should have blown his head off.
I mean, that might not even been enough. Who freaking knows, man? So, do you know where this?
There's worms final, so hopefully that's the last we'll see of
I
him.
hope so.
Dun, dun, dun.
Do you know where this other adventurer is? If we could talk to them, or?
The other adventure, it was a... Actually, let me pull up it was a Goliath, but I mean, the only thing he told me was from what he remembered years ago, he killed him off to the land of the west in Dragon Country itself. But
Did he have any?
what he knew, from what he remembered, there was nothing special about him. I mean, he was a captain, but he didn't seem as strong as the stories that we were telling him.
More connections with dragons, though.
Was there a reason why he killed him?
It was a bounty.
Oh,
Sounds like maybe based on
was there a?
what he was saying, it sounds like maybe this guy was doing some banditry over near Dragon Country and got killed and was brought back by this group to assist them or something.
That's what it sounds like. Zack says.
Which means that whatever's going on could still be centered in that area. That's just more incentive for us to head that direction.
Who did they say who he collected the bounty from?
Oh, no, it was just a job that was at the guild. There's nothing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think then that's where we need to start heading towards come tomorrow.
Yeah, Dragon Country.
We should stock up on what supplies we can carry from here, and head that way. And even like I don't see any reason why we can't stop in some of the towns on the way, depending on which direction we decide to go. But I mean, we could even try to avoid as many of them as possible and take a direct route if we want.
I think that sounds like a good idea. I know of 2 other masks. I know that there is 2 other colors. I've heard of a green and a white mask.
Sounds like they're
And as far as I know, those are the only ones that are remaining. And so we need to find the locations of them, and Dragon Country probably is the best chance of having that.
Sounds like they're that's interesting. It sounds like they're just the what are they called? The chromatic dragons, the colored ones. Sounds like it's only there's only masks of them. I wonder if that means anything. Just kind of like thinking to myself, you know. Yeah, I mean, it's also possible if this group is large enough that I mean, we shouldn't bank on this or anything, obviously, but it's possible if this group is large enough that they might already have the other 2 masks. They might just not have come back together yet to deposit them all with this person yet. So
Could be very true.
I think trying to seek out any more of the masks at this point would be the wrong move. We'd just be one step behind these guys either way. I think seeking information on this situation as a whole really is our best chance.
No, I agree with you.
Well, I am going to finish this goblet of wine, and I'm going to take this large leg of whatever the hell kind of bird this is up onto the roof, and I'm going to go to sleep because I am very tired.
Dowroc's gonna Dowroc actually can identify the red mass right now.
Okay, so Zack,
I will.
Actually, have
is
it
that
prepared.
I'm going to wait to do all those things I said until after he does that.
is this a spell?
Yeah, it's called Identify.
Identify? Okay.
And he's going to take out a pearl, and he's going to take out an owl feather, and he's going to swing around the owl feather, and then he's going to touch the pearl with the owl feather to the owl feather, and then he's going to touch the pearl to the mask.
So as he does this, so how are you want to roleplay how he learns what it does? Is it just like appear in his head? Like what's the?
What if he
that?
then like holds the pearl up to his eye or something, and it like transmits into his eye or something? Just a suggestion. But, like
more of let's see. Actually, he's going to he's going to touch the pearl to the mask, but the owl feather is going to write
what kind of special about it?
Yeah, it's going to give him kind of information. He's going to write it down using like ink in the owl feather.
All right. So as Dowroc is performing this, he is writing down a handful of notes. Once he's kind of finished, he kind of looks over it, reads it out loud, and can tell you certain properties in regards to this mask. He says that this mask is related, obviously, to fire dragons, being a red mask, but it seems like it helps reduce the damage. If a wielder is wearing it, it reduces the fire damage that the wielder takes and enhances that character's fire abilities back in return. It seems to be very closely connected to dragons, obviously being a dragon's mask, but it looks like it almost feels like it's not an inanimate object. It almost feels like there's something else in this object, but he can't quite tell what it is, and he can't concentrate deep enough to figure out exactly what is going on with the mask on a deeper level. But he can tell that this mask alone, if one were to wear it, it would drastically increase that power, that firepower of the user.
makes me wonder if there's some way we could use this against them, but I almost don't want to suggest that. It seems like it might be too much of a risk.
Well,
It could be something that we could potentially use as a last resort, but I agree with Johan, and it shouldn't be something that we should tread lightly with this item.
Yeah.
It's good that we at least came into contact with one of them.
Yeah, I also think we should do everything we can, obviously, to keep from advertising that we have this thing. So maybe we should put it away.
Should we put it in the bag of holding, or?
And Zack says, Dowroc, I'm going to entrust it to you since you have the bag of holding. It would be harder for it to get stolen or taken from us. So he hands you the mask in order for safekeeping.
Red dragon. Add to the bag of holding. At least he won't be able to, if they can sense it or whatever, at least they won't be able to do it for now.
Potentially they won't be able to sense it through the bag of holding since it's an extra dimensional
Yeah,
space.
that's my hope too. We still, I think, should leave here as soon as we're finished sleeping in the morning, though. Even take breakfast on the road, because if they can sense where these things are, they may have already detected that this one's here, and they might be on their way back.
I would agree.
Get away from the town at least if they can.
Yeah, and maybe
Try to keep this as far away from town as possible.
maybe even
Bugging me.
for like a couple times over maybe the next day or two, even though it would be a risk to us, maybe take it out for a few minutes, so they won't think it's still in the town and come and wipe it out. I don't know.
No, I think that's a good idea
Yeah.
to at least make sure that they don't come up to Valleywatch and just start wrecking havoc.
Yeah, I
Be
mean,
smart. Now,
maybe the town wizard could handle them, but I mean that's not. I don't know. That's not a risk we should take.
That's a lot to ask.
Yeah.
there are a lot of people here as well,
Yeah.
but yes, we don't know the powers of this individual or how many followers or subjects that he has working for him.
True. Alright, well, I'm heading off to bed then, I guess.
Dowroc's going to take the rest of the bottle and he's going to go outside.
Okay.
He's going to do, Johan can see him. I guess Johan could see Dowroc leaving from where he was. Like on top of this roof, and then he's going to go to the, kind of like the outskirts of town, and he's going to take out, like a, kind of like a shovel. He's going to take out that crowbar and he's going to dig the dirt a little bit, and he's going to take out the skeletons. And he's going to say, Raven Queen, please accept these fellows into your arms. And let them know, please guide them home to where they need to be. And then he's going to pour the rest of the wine on the on top of the dirt.
One last drink, huh?
One last drink.
One for me and one for my homies.
Yeah. Then he's going to go back and snore the crap out of it. snore the crap out of his life.
Alright.
You guys benefit from a long rest.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I have magic again. Ah. Feels so good.
Magic.
I'm actually gonna check my available spells and see if I want to pair anything different. Because I'm just not getting any use out of some of these.
Are you a prepared class or?
Yeah. I think just my druid is, but yeah.
Gotcha.
If we're heading out into the wilderness, maybe I should take some things that would work better in the wilderness today. I don't know.
He's gonna remove vicious mockery off of the.
Because I was thinking I'd get a ton of use out of fog cloud, but I'm getting no use out of fog cloud at all.
Have you tried to use it?
Not really, but like every time I think I could use it, like it just like makes shit worse for everybody else too. So yeah, the ranger spells are just you learn them, and then the druid spells are prepared.
Gotcha.
Cool.
That's how paladin, warlock, paladin's the learnable or prepared one, and then warlock you just learn them. Now you can always switch them out because every level you gain in a spellcaster, you can swap one spell for another.
Yeah. So I'm gonna rise with the sun because I'm a light sleeper. Don't know where the hell Todd is. He's just wandering around the town. He'll catch up with us eventually. And I'm gonna head a little ways out of the town in the morning right away and start doing a little bit of foraging and finding some random, foodstuffs, so I don't have to pay for them in the city.
Like for any kind of, I don't think does food go bad in the bag of holding?
I have no idea. That is an excellent question, though.
I would say it does, because it's still...
That
I mean, time would pass, right?
I typed in does food spoil, and it brought up in a bag of holding. So I guess that's a popular question. Yes, time passes. Time passes inside the bag of holding, so things do decay in there.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna take the. Well, I guess. I'll be. But we do have to empty it. I'm gonna empty it, and then gather I'll empty out the bag of holding and put the red max in, and I'm gonna go and sell the. Maybe not the flail. Should we not do the flail? Should we keep the flail because it has that Bahamut
The symbol on it. The
Yeah.
Tiamat symbol. Yeah, we can keep that one.
Okay. I'll go ahead and sell the scale mail and the shield.
Okay.
So for 60 gold. If
Okay.
you take 60.
Yep.
Well,
60.
or if you take, oh yeah, I would take it to the guild. I can get more.
Yep. You get 66 gold.
The 6 gold times divided by 3 is 33. And I want to.
Wait, what?
Divided by, oh, that's 22, right? 66.
It's 22, yeah. Splitting it 3 ways is 22 gold.
Ooh, do I have more?
Okay.
Do I have more money again now?
You have
Yeah.
22 more gold, yes.
Okay. I'm actually gonna double back into town then once I have that, and I'm gonna buy. I'm gonna buy some apples.
Okay.
At the market, because seeing as how my ideal, like the ideal Johan that people perceive is just the most aloof asshole you can imagine. I want him to always, if possible, be eating an apple.
Give me 1 second.
Okay.
I also like the idea of him having to replenish the seeds that he turns into his good berries.
Oh, from the apple seeds
Yeah.
kind of thing?
Yeah. I have so many spells. I just want to cast them all.
Spell slots. Those will get you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how many spell slots do you have? That's the question.
I have six of them total.
Yeah, I have 3 first level spell slots and 1 first level pack spell slot. That's it. So,
Jeez.
which I know paladins are more. They're half casters, so they're not.
Yeah.
Obviously, they don't cast as much. Now, I have something in mind for later to potentially combat that a little.
Yeah.
Are you just like seeing what you hit?
Yeah. I'm just screwing around.
Oh, okay.
I'm glad I usually roll better than this in the actual combats.
I'll say, Shillelagh, yeah, you with Shillelagh, you hit pretty well.
Yeah.
You hit the captain, I think, the most technically.
Yeah. Didn't damage him the most though. That's for sure.
Well, I crit, so that definitely, yeah. When a paladin crits, it's definitely worth more than somebody else, just because of the double smite damage. And just when I get higher and higher, I mean, heck, you can max out at 5d8, so that means when you crit, you can get 10d8 additional damage.
Yeah. I mean, Smite's
Which,
really good.
well, and the thing is, like, listening to people's, like, builds and all this other kind of stuff, like, I just listen to multiple different kinds, not to, like, necessarily get ideas, but just to see. And, I mean, because so many people, like I've always said, so many people do the Polar Master Sentinel combo, and that's, like, all they say for Paladin. And then Smite slots, Paladins don't cast spells, they literally just smite everything. And I'm like, I don't like the idea of just mining everything. I mean, if I need to, sure, or if I crit for sure. But like, I don't know. I kind of like the idea of spellcasting a little more, which is kind of one of the reasons Warlock worked out for me, because I can bump my charisma up and use that for both attacking and spellcasting.
Yeah. Like the more I look at it, I think even though it is kind of weak as a spellcaster, like I think Warlock might be the most versatile class in the game. Just because it does, like, there's such a variety of things that Warlocks can do. And they do recover their magic very, very easily comparatively.
They do. They get it on a short rest, but it's just their slots are so limiting.
Yeah.
Like, I only ever get 2 slots until I hit it. Well, if I were to go level up in Warlock, when you hit 14, which is what the people's, efficient build is, thick paladin, 14 Warlock, you only get 3 level 5 spells.
Yeah.
Like slots. And that's, I mean, they're good, obviously, and they revive or respawn or whatever on a daily or a short rest, but like you have no level 3 or 4s.
Yeah.
I mean, you can use your 5th spell slot as a Warlock, but why would you want to use... I mean, you can upcast, technically, but still, like, why would you...
You have stuff, though. You have, like, the special Warlock familiars that can actually fight, and you have, like...
Yeah, you have the Pact of the Chain.
You have, or you have the... Isn't there, like, a genie with like, where you have, like, your own special little hideaway that you can go into and stuff? Like, that's just...
Yeah, that's your different,
That's just cool shit, man.
Arch. Because that's like the Hexblade option is wherever that... The Otherworldly Patron, that's what it is.
Yeah.
There's a genie option, you can do.
And I like...
Well, it's just neat, because you get... an Otherworldly Patron, and you get a pact. Chain.
I like how customizable you can make them with that. And then if you go to if you level up enough, you get like those
you get the Mystic Arcanium or whatever, where you can cast
which are
higher spells.
Pretty neat.
Which don't take your spell slots, so it's just a free. I think it's 6, 7, and 8 level spell.
And a ton of their invocations let them cast spells without slots. There's some that you still use the slot.
Well, yeah,
which I think is stupid.
Most of the ones that are at will are roleplay ones, like Disguise Self. You can do at will, stuff like that. Yeah. Levitate, you can eventually get at will.
Yeah, I mean they're just neat little, like, customizable jack of all trades type guys. You know, I think it's interesting. And Hexblade is like objectively the best one, but like they're all pretty good.
Oh yeah, like I looked at like the Celestial one too, but I was just like, Hexblade technically just fits the best for Zack, just because of he can use the charisma stat, which is like one of the main reasons I was doing it.
Yep.
And then story and all this other stuff, but yeah, no, I mean, I like Warlock. I like Sorcerer a lot too. Like I said, that's why I was kind of thinking about dipping into Sorcerer at some point for quite a few levels, because I know triple classing is probably it would be frowned upon in the normal world, I feel.
Yeah,
but,
I mean,
I don't really care.
I mean, you would need a story reason for it. I think we could spin though, that because
I have a story
Zack,
reason that I can do
it.
Like
Zack has built-in magic anyway, because he's has like the Celestial Heritage.
ASMR.
But
well, right, and that's kind of what I was gonna potentially do, is that he's gonna do Paladin levels and Warlock levels just up to a certain point, and then once that point happens, story-wise, he goes into Sorcerer and does the Divine.
Yeah, kind of fully awakens his Celestial bloodline or whatever.
Yeah, like I was kind of thinking something maybe kind of like that, and then just something, I mean, triple classing, depending on what you're doing, may not work, but I mean, honestly, it kind of like works like I said. I mean, I still get just as many spell slots, actually more spell slots, if I dip into sorcerer.
Yeah.
And really, none of my later level paladin stuff is, they're good, but they're not like,
Yeah.
oh my god,
Like-
like I would almost rather the beginning sorcerer stuff.
Most of the capstones in 5e are lackluster, and even some of the level 17 like subclass abilities are really like
Yeah.
boring. I like
Well, like-
I like mine. I like my wildfire one a lot. You guys will hopefully get to see it someday. But
Oh, yeah, we will.
some of them are just like, I don't know.
Well, like
Like
Zack's, the 18th level Zack one just ups his aura, which, I mean, I won't get to 18 in Paladin, because I would at least do a minimum of 3 in Warlock, which puts me, because I want to use a greatsword, and to use a greatsword with Charisma, you have to have Pact of the Blade.
Yeah.
So that puts me at least 3 in Warlock. I want at least minimum 6 in Paladin, because I want Aura of Protection.
Yeah, for sure.
But what I was thinking, it kind of works out story-wise, is that during this campaign, like mine, he levels up Paladin / Warlock. During Nick's campaign, we go to level 9, and he finishes Paladin and Warlock. And then at that point, once we start your campaign, like there's a story event or something that happens at the end of Nick's that makes it so that he now just does Sorcerer Divine Soul instead. And so he kind of branches off from it because of the clashing light and darkness. It kind of culminates in Divine Soul Sorcerer or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm spitballing because I mean it's still going to be a bit, but I was thinking about that.
Yeah, you would be able to get up to at most level 11 in
'Cause I
that.
think I can get.
And if you did that,
Yeah, level 11 would be the highest.
which isn't bad.
No, I would get like. 'Cause let me copy Zack over real fast. I think if I remember right, because really after level 6 on Paladin, you get some good stuff, but for the most part, all the spells that I can learn, literally I can learn as a Divine Soul Sorcerer
Yeah.
and a Cleric spell too. And so, and the Oath spells, or not the Oath spells, the Oath features, really after, well I might go to 7 in Paladin for it,
Yeah.
but like the 15th one is really good, but it's the, whenever an Oath of Enmity hits me, I can hit him back with a melee. So that's, of course, really good, but that's 15 levels in it. And Sorcerer kind of unlocks more spell casting in general, which I kind of would like the idea of having more spell casting options. But whatever, I don't know. Again, that's way down the line, so my HP would kind of suffer, but I have enough blocking and stuff with shield and
Well, let me put it this way: if you don't want to tank as much as you've been tanking, we're gonna run into a tank relatively soon that might
What, that
follow
we-
us around for a while.
Oh, is she a female?
Yeah, she is. I wonder how you knew.
Is she a
Oh.
tank? Ooh.
She
Oh,
what?
Nick, you're back.
I'm back, yeah.
Oh, I didn't. We were just sitting here just BSing.
Oh, I was listening, I was listening to it. I didn't want to interrupt. And then for infusions, I'm going to take away the enhanced defense, John.
Okie dokie.
Fuck it.
I'm going to give Zack Mind Sharpener.
What's that?
While wearing an infused item, your armor, whenever a creature fails a con save to maintain concentration on the spell, you can use its reaction to succeed it instead, expending 1 charge. And it has 4 charges. It gains
Dang.
1d4 charges at dawn.
Nice. I like having a artificer in our group.
Yeah, I do too.
I'm gonna enhance my mace with magic weapon.
Okay.
Um,
You also, well, never mind. Go ahead. Keep going.
I was gonna go to the blacksmith,
Yeah.
and I was going to present the bullet in front of him to see if he can provide me with some bullets. or if it's something I have to make myself.
Like regular bullets?
Like the Renaissance bullets. See if you can give me those.
Well, you also,
And the gun, if so you can recognize the gun and the...
okay, so you go to the blacksmith. He says 1 gold gets you 10 bullets.
Okay.
You hand him the gun, and he kind of looks at it, and he says, I recognize this gun. This belonged to a dwarf long ago. Funny enough, he was an artificer just like you. And he just kind of like looks at it and goes into the back and just kind of, you just hear noises kind of happening, nothing too crazy, and he walks out front, and it looks a little cleaner.
Do you know what? Do you know the person's name? Because it has a V on the ordained on the handle.
He's like, well, the family that this gun belonged to, unfortunately, went missing about 20 years ago.
Well, we found them. They're
Unfortunately, it was their entire family
no.
was gone, and so they have no relatives that I know of, at least. And he kind of like, cleans it off in the back, and he comes back and he's talking to you, and where's it at? And I'm gonna send a picture. Huh?
My cat sneezed on it.
Oh. So.
You said
So.
Oh my god.
So he shows you the pistol after he kind of cleans it up. For the picture, it looks all red and orange in the containers, but you notice that it's multiple different colors, like in different containers. And so he presents the pistol kind of back to you, and he says, this was kind of a special creation of the father of that family, and it unfortunately doesn't look like he's going to be able to utilize this anymore, so perhaps you should take and kind of put it to good else.
Yes, there's others years ago that came up with this, other than me. So I was just surprised to see something else in the outside world. I've never heard of anybody else creating something like this, like I did. So.
The blacksmith just kind of answers, and he's like, he's the only person that we ever met that had something like this either. So it's kind of almost seems kind of fun, kind of like destiny that you seem to have found it as well. And so he kind of hands it back over to you, and you kind of look at it more, in depth, and you just kind of run your fingers across the insignia V and the description. It is a intricately designed ornate firearm, and it features a series of rotating chambers, which are in the back and the handle, each containing a different elemental gem inside of it. This gun, you kind of, take your time and look at it. It allows you to infuse the bullets that you fire with it with a different type of element depending on what you want to shoot. And because the blacksmith is the one to, basically cast identify and, do all that stuff on it, you don't have to obviously identify it anymore. But you obtain this weapon, which the blacksmith calls, he's like the dwarf had a name for it. He had 5 elements in the back of it that he could seem to fire at any one of these elements as he chooses. So he had nicknamed this gun the 5th element. And that is what the V stands for. So you, Dowroc, has obtained the 5th element weapon.
That's my equipment.
So it's a +1/+1 weapon. It has 4 charges, so you can regain 1d4 charges after a long rest. You can expend a charge to do one of 3 different actions. When you take acid, cold, fire, lightning, or poison, you can gain resistance to that damage for that one attack. You can use a charge to cast Chaos Bolt, using the gun's barrel as the focus of the spell. And as a bonus, you can infuse the weapon with one of those types. For the next minute, you deal an additional d6 of damage with that gun, with whatever element you chose.
And can I just use it as a shot weapon without infusing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It acts just like a normal pistol otherwise, but you can infuse the bullets that it uses with those different elements.
It's
You can
good.
just fire with it.
It's super good. Okay, it's happy. Dowroc's happy. He's gonna take out the flail and ask him about if he's ever seen this insignia before.
So as you hand the flail over to the blacksmith, he immediately, once he notices the symbol, hands it back to you and says,
Oh, I can do.
I don't. I enjoy your company, Dwarf, but I'm gonna have to ask you to leave with that item. We don't need that evil here.
Okay. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Obviously, he does notice the,
Apologize.
Cool.
I didn't. Just trying to find answers, but I understand.
So out of character. So the fifth element is a homebrew weapon.
Yeah.
So if it ends up being too strong, too weak, whatever, you can adjust accordingly. But I wanted to try to make something, so it is a homebrew that I made. So yeah, what do you guys want to do?
So I'm gonna kind of watch for you guys to be wandering about and meet up with you guys in the morning after I've done my foraging and apple buying.
Okay.
And I'm gonna suggest a route for us to take.
Okay.
So you go back to the. Sorry, I was gonna get some elven wine. That bottle, another bottle.
That's fine. Once we meet up, hopefully not too late into the morning. I'm gonna suggest that a specific route because I've traveled around a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I have the what's it called? The Wanderer feature from my Outlander background. So I just have a map in my head all the time.
Nice.
So I'm gonna say if we head almost due west of here, off road, we can come to the town of Runoff, which we kind of just ran past earlier when we were journeying here.
Okay.
Just very small place. And then head northwest from there through Wilderreach, which is near small ruins, and then continue northwest from there through. There's a relatively dense wooded area there. And then we will come to Lake Town and its accompanying military keep. And from there, it's basically just a straight shot north to Dragonwatch. That should take us, if we do that, that should take us about a week on foot. And then we can regroup and start heading north from there.
Well, if anyone can tell us about traveling, I think it would be the ideal candidate. So I agree with that.
All right. It'll mostly keep us out of civilized areas though, so we may want to make double sure we're stocked up. But I can find food for us at the very least, and I do have the endless water bottle. So I can even make water for us if we need to. So we shouldn't really have to worry about anything like that. But like ammunition, component pieces, other various supplies, anything consumable that's not food, unless you guys specifically want any specific food, like stuff like that, we should be concerned about.
Well, I think that sounds like a good idea. Dowroc, do you need anything still?
What kind of potions? I was gonna see if they're. If Johan bought all the potions or not,
Healing or
or just a general. If they have a general list.
yeah. So you said the uncommons are 50, right? That's what well, the healing at least was.
Yeah.
Okay. So you go over there. They only seem to have one, two. So the only things that they have available in stock currently are potion of healing, which they have a plentiful kind of supply of. So they have 2 potions of advantage and 1 potion of growth. All available to you. And Johan, if you'd like to swap any, you can. Like, because I didn't tell you those before.
No, I'm okay, I think.
Okay.
The growth one is kind of interesting, but
In large, I go. Rah.
I mean, shit. If Todd could fight already, I'd buy a potion of growth.
What, to make him bigger?
Yeah.
How much? How much is the potion and growth?
So the potion of growth is a little bit more expensive than potions of healing.
Yeah.
The potions of healing are 50. The potion of growth is 100.
I'll take it.
Okay.
Giant dwarf.
You're just normal size now.
One handy. Let's see.
Bottle of breath.
Potion of growth.
I don't know what else you had planned for today, but there's a couple of plot hooks on the way to Lake Town. There's
No. Do we have a new bounty? Do we have a new bounty?
There's some ruins. There's some ruins which are by Wilderreach, which is like almost directly north of Halbrook. And there's a mysterious well that's just sitting in the middle of those woods we're going to pass through in a couple of days, and nobody knows why. It's just there. So
Gotta check out the well. Yeah, do that.
So I have slightly more land, but it's gonna kind of. This is where it's gonna kind of mix me and you, John, with the other group. But
Okay.
We'll see.
I was going to see if the blacksmith had any kind of failure parts.
Explain more. Like, what do you mean failure? Like
if he had scrap parts that swords or any kind of armor that he's going to scrap.
Cheap base components that you could fix up and maybe enchant with something someday or something. Is that what you were thinking?
Or just feed to Igo.
Oh,
that's true. He does eat metal.
What? Take this moment. What is Igo's strength and stuff based on? Like his hit to hit and all that kind of stuff. What is all that based on? Like, does he get better as you level up? Is it can he use equipment? Can he not use stuff? Can he?
Well, he can't really use stuff.
I'm just curious.
Here I've got it pulled up.
It looks like his to hit is just your spell modifier. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
Which is what, +5? Is it 5 or 4 right now?
+5.
Okay. Well, I guess my question for that: how are you feeling if potentially something to it? Like, how are you wanting to ever enhance him? Or are you just going to let it kind of naturally happen with how it's already built? Because I have something in mind, but I just want to basically make sure, does he get stronger other than just more health?
He can.
Does it really?
He can concentrate on spells.
On later.
What?
Later levels, he has, but it's.
If you give him a ring of spell storing, he can concentrate on the spells.
Oh, I guess technically, yeah.
You can also give him.
I know the Steel Defender gets +2 deflect attack, 1d4. Okay. All right. Well, then as you walk back in,
He also has.
I'll let you decide.
He also has three normal attunement slots too. So you could give him like an amulet of health and a headband of intellect or something.
So
Boost his abilities that way, you know.
So as you walk into, because where were you at now, Dowroc? Oh, you were looking for the extra things. So the blacksmith presents you with just, pile of junk, kind of. He's like, you're more than welcome to have it. I don't want anything for it. He's like, but he sees Igo, and he's kind of intrigued by him, and he's like, however, I do have something that might be of interest to you. And he kind of turns around, kind of like riffs through a bunch of his shelves and kind of throws out some stuff, like trying to find something. And he pulls out a small little jewel. And he says, this is something that might actually be able to help your friend there. And he kind of presents it to you. And it is a jewel that it has an insignia on it, and it kind of glows a little purple, but it empowers natural fist and natural weapons, giving them a +1 to attack and damage rolls with unarmed strikes or natural weapons, and they are considered magical.
Oh,
cool.
Is that, out of character, is that something that, like, everyone's good if we give Igo something?
Yeah. For sure.
Nick?
yeah.
Well, so is that fine, Nick? Or do you have something planned for him? Or do you have, like, is his attacks magical? I don't even know.
Well, it's force damage, but I don't know if that's magical or not.
I don't think it's technically magical. So
no, it gets past some stuff, but not everything.
Yeah. So he kind of presents this to you and says, he's like, this is something that, potentially could help him if you're interested.
Okay. And then how much is it you're offering it?
He's like, well, and he just kind of like, kind of twiddles it in his hands. And
are we gonna have to do like a quest for him or something?
What? Why would you have to do a quest for it? No. So he kind of twiddles it in his hands, and he's like, and he kind of looks at you, and he kind of looks back at the gem, and he's just like, he just kind of tosses it at you, and he's just like, I had no use for it anyway, and he just kind of, that's it.
Nice guy.
He actually gifts it to you. Because in his mind, he's like, well, I'll never use it. But then, well, no, never mind. That's it. Okay, yeah.
What?
All right, so I'll even take the time to like draw out the route I think we should take, so we can like all discuss it. Which actually, let me literally do that, because I can literally do that.
What is it called, Jeremy?
Insignia of claws.
Mm.
And for role-playing purposes, technically the description of it says it is an insignia of the cult of the dragon. Just to say it's not that. Because like
more funny this.
well, I mean, you can use it. You can technically roleplay it that way if you'd like. It's just I didn't know if you'd want to give Igo something, because technically that's kind of plays into what the quest we're doing. So it's like something that
when he's not looking, I'm gonna drop off 10 gold on his counter and then leave.
he appreciates it.
You're too nice, Dowroc.
You already have inspiration, don't you?
No.
You gain inspiration.
Well, I wasn't fishing for it, so I never really fished for it, so I think that's
I know, and it's not like I'm going to give it to you every time, but it's just,
he's going to... That's all I can think of. What was miscellaneous junk or scrap?
It was just like scrap pieces of like swords and stuff and spear. Like nothing. You said you were just feeding it to him, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, it's just scraps and stuff. Nothing. Broken blades and
I guess
axes
I
and
come
stuff.
up like something magical that we're not going to use. I guess I could feed it to that and then see if I can add to his stats then. Like if it's something broken or like that.
Wait, sorry. What? Sorry,
Like,
explain it again. Sorry.
Oh, like if there's something magical, I guess that we're never going to use, or something like that. Like it's like a great axe or something like that, like magical. Or I guess I could. See, I don't know if anyone's going to eat it or anything. If anyone's going to use it, we can vote to sell it or feed it to Igo.
You mean like if we find something?
That's not
Just-
really.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, here we are. Map.
Yeah.
So we are in Valleywatch. Up, 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 up. There's the Tower of Death, and then there's another town.
Wait, wrong pound, I guess.